Welcome to Nighthawk Stadium here at Del Norte High School. My name is Drew Ferris. Alongside Drew Ferris, I am the only one here tonight in the booth, so you guys will be getting to know me quite well. It's an honor to be here. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome to Nighthawk Stadium. Tonight, we have a matchup between Del Norte High School and El Camino High School out in Oceanside, California. The El Camino Wildcats. Starting off with Del Norte, currently 3-5 and 0-1 in league play, looking to end an 3-game losing streak here at home tonight against the Wildcats, who are also looking to end a 4-game losing streak as we embark on Avocado League play. Each team has had its ups and downs this season, battling against some tough opponents. Del Norte most recently has played against Rancho Bernardo High School here at home in a really close game, ending in a 31-17 loss. At Oceanside High School, losing 10-23, and most recently losing to Poway 35-23. So looking to turn around the vibes here tonight as they take on El Camino and the Wildcats out in Oceanside and the Avocado West. And they most recently have lost their last 4 games to Carlsbad, Poway, Rancho Bernardo, and last week to La Costa Canyon in La Costa Canyon's homecoming game, losing 14-36. Both of these teams have pretty decorated head coaches as we welcome Coach Barnett and the Nighthawks. Coach Barnett has been the head coach of Del Norte for the last 3 seasons since 2023. In his first year, he achieved an 11-3 overall record under Coach Barnett. Second year, 7-5, and this year, 3-5. But in that first year, he brought a CIF championship, defeating La Jolla with a score of 31-15, as it was the first CIF championship that the Del Norte Nighthawks football team has ever achieved. He's brought great success to this program and really turned things around in the last few years. On the other side of the ball, we have Coach Michael Hobbs. He has been the head coach for about 7 seasons, plus an interim year for the Wildcats, with 2 CIF championships, one in 2019 as Division II champs and one in 2017 as Division I champs. So both of these teams have had success in the past. They're looking to turn around some of their recent woes here as they embark on league play. Again, I'm Drew Ferris, high school broadcaster here in San Diego, alone in the booth tonight. So we're going to have some fun here as we get ready for game time. Both of these teams are eager to warm up, eager to get going as we move forward here. So looking at Del Norte, offensively, their last win was against Chula Vista High School. The team had 153 rushing yards, really strong receiving numbers, and they've had a lot of success on offense this year, but looking to get more consistent, looking to get those young guys more reps and continue to climb, as they have a lot of young guys stepping up in roles this season and done a great job just getting better week in, week out, and stepping up and making plays. And on the other side of the ball with El Camino, I mentioned they have 4 straight losses. They haven't won a game in the entire month of October. Their last win was back in September. Same with Del Norte, but they have quite the passing attack led by quarterback Gavin Wasserman. He's had an exceptional year this year. He's the captain of their team. He has over 1,200 yards passing on the season, 9 touchdowns. He's 82 of 137 for completions and attempts. He has 3 INTs. He averages 174 passing yards a game. And they have no problem airing it out, but running the ball, they have a tough time. They're missing their running back from last year, Leo Bell, who's currently at Saddleback College. Leo Bell led the rushing attack for El Camino last year. So they're looking to establish that run game here tonight and try to shorten the game against these Nighthawks. But on the other side of the ball for Del Norte, we have Caden Williams. He has over 1,000 yards passing this year, 9 touchdowns, He averages 130 yards passing a game. He's 112 for 181 on completions and attempts with 5 interceptions. So Caden Williams in his first year starting, taking over for Diesel Taylor as he has embarked on his college career. And Caden Williams has really grown himself into this season. So look for him to open up the offense a bit, get the ball to his playmakers such as Riley Faroki, Rylan Battle, Chase Juergens, Maddox Romans and company, Detroit Taylor as well. Look for Caden Williams to build on that resume that he's done so far as we get rolling here tonight. So although each team hasn't had a lot of success in the last few weeks, one of these teams is coming home with a win tonight in Avocado League play as they try to end the month on a high note. And some other players to look out for tonight. I mentioned some already. Chase Juergens, he has 2 touchdowns on the season. He also plays on defense. He has 9 tackles. He has 122 receiving yards. Another guy to mention for the Nighthawks, look out for number 0, Cruz Barnett. He's only a sophomore. He plays wide receiver and defensive back. He has a touchdown on the season. He has 80 receiving yards. He has 24 tackles and 16 passes defended. So look for Cruz Barnett on the defensive side of the ball, especially to make an impact against this passing game for El Camino. And senior on the defensive side of the ball, Giovanni Limon, senior linebacker, has 45 tackles on the year, 36 solo tackles. He has an interception, he has 2 sacks, he blitzes a lot, he has 2 quarterback pressures. Look for Giovanni Limon, senior linebacker, to really take control of this defense. Alongside Giovanni Limon on the defensive side of the ball, we have Noah Harris, 34 tackles on the season, 1 fumble recovery, 5 quarterback pressures, and 5 passes defended. And as well as Jadion Samuels on the defensive line, playing on both sides of the ball. He has 3 sacks on the year, only in 6 games, 24 tackles, his 19 solo tackles. So look for Jadion Samuels, if he's playing tonight, to have an impact on that line of scrimmage to stop this Wildcat offense. And we're looking at the El Camino offense. I mentioned Gavin Wasserman already, but Omega Cruz, wide receiver, defensive back. He has 620 receiving yards on the season, 45 receptions and 4 touchdowns. He averages 77.5 yards per game receiving. And then you have the Sega boys. You have Anthony Sega, Blake Sega, and Micah Sega. Look for the Sega boys as they're all seniors, I believe. But starting with Anthony Sega, has a few rushing yards, has 149 receiving yards, 20 solo tackles, 25 tackles in total, 2 passes defended. Really, also as a punt returner, look for him to make a splash. Blake Sega is a captain on this team, Mr. Do-It-All. He has 105 passing yards, has 3 touchdowns, 47 rushing yards, 12 solo tackles, 17 tackles on the season. Also a senior leader for this team. And Micah Sega, he's a strong safety wide receiver, 36 receptions, 537 yards, a long of 87, 3 touchdowns on the season, 22 solo tackles, 2 INTs. And we welcome your Nighthawks as they come through the line of cheerleaders and get welcomed by these roaring fans here tonight. Shout out to all the fans here supporting the Nighthawks as we get ready and gear towards the battle between Del Norte Nighthawks and the El Camino Wildcats here at Nighthawk Stadium. It is going to be a live one, so buckle up, get ready to roll. Look out for the players that I mentioned and then some, because we've got quite a treat tonight with 2 explosive offenses, some defensive leaders on both sides of the ball. It's going to be a fun one here tonight as we move forward. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me tonight. I'm riding solo on this broadcast, so all the introductions, all the previews, the coaching backgrounds, the player backgrounds, looks like it's my first time doing that tonight, so it's a fun one. But looks like Del Norte has won the toss and elected to receive. So the Nighthawks will receive here at home, making a statement on offense first. And as we get ready for the national anthem, please stand up and remove your caps.
Now, please direct your attention down to the 40-yard line as the Del Norte High School Color Guard will now present the colors of the United States of America. Now, to honor America and the men and women who have served before us, those who are serving now and those getting ready to serve, will you please stand and remove your hats and performing tonight's national anthem. Please welcome the Del Norte Choir and Marching Band, who will now present the Star Spangled Banner.
As we honor our country, we are proud to be here tonight alongside Nighthawk Nation. It is a pleasure to be with you again. My name is Drew Ferris. If you're just tuning in right now, I'm a local broadcaster here for high school football. It's fun for me to be in the booth here tonight, and I am joined by me, myself, and I. So it'll just be me here tonight. So please appreciate you guys bearing with me. And I'm excited to get going on this game here tonight. But, you know, for Nighthawk Nation, I know we have lost the last 3 games and had some tough losses and some growing pains on this football team. But, you know, Coach Barnett and coaching staff has tons of faith in this program. This team has grown. This team has shined. This team has really had some young football players step up and take on new roles. So I'm proud of these young boys and these young men as they've worked really hard this season and looking to turn things around going into the month of November. I mean, they're 0-1 in league play right now, looking to get their first league win. So, and El Camino the same. I mean, they're coming off 4 losses in a row. They haven't won a game in many weeks now. So both of these teams are eager and hungry to get a win here, especially in league play. And kicking off for the Wildcats is going to be number 47, Alan Spencer, to kick it off here tonight for the Wildcats.
It's time for Nighthawks football.
It is time for Nighthawk football. Adam Spencer, Jr. to kick it off for the Wildcats. Deep back to receive is Grant Goldman, number 11, alongside Chase Jurgens.
The ball caught at the 9-yard line by number 11, Grant Goldman.
Grant Goldman back to receive. So the ball will start. This drive will start on the 9-yard line for the Nighthawks.
Correction, the 4-yard line.
The 4-yard line. Correction, excuse me.
No gain on the return. It'll be first down and 10.
Be first and 10 inside the 5-yard line for the Nighthawks. 96 yards to go for the Nighthawks as they embark on this drive, and Caden Williams leading the helm here at Nighthawk Stadium. This drive will begin deep in their own territory. Got a 4 wide receiver set, 1 running back in the backfield. Man in motion. It's a handoff over to the left side for a quick gain out to past the 5-yard line, right at the 5-yard line. Maddox Romans with the 1-yard gain. Theo Anderson entering the game for Sebastian Galvan. Number 74, Theo Anderson, coming in, making some substitution. Cruz Barnett also coming in. Chase Jurgens comes out as well. Some personnel changes for the Nighthawks as good to get those guys in the game and get these guys rolling.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 8.
So it'll be second and 8. Ball's on the 6-yard line.
Ball on the 6-yard line.
With trips to the right, condensed formation, one running back. Caden Williams looks out to his right, doesn't see anybody, scrambles up the middle for a few-yard gain. It'll be third and manageable here for the Nighthawks.
Number 8, Caden Williams. Tackle they brought down by number 63.
And in this
Steven
point of the
Munoz.
game here, I mean, it's early in the ball game. You're deep in your own territory.
On the play.
You know, you call some plays to get some breathing room. And,
It'll be third down and
you know, the
6.
playbook shrinks a little bit when you're by the offensive coaching staff, just calling manageable plays, protecting the football, keeping it on the ground, see if they do a little play action here, get something going here on offense. Grant Goldman out to the right. Chase Juergens along with him. Riley Faroki out in the slot. Ryland Battle out there on the bottom of your screen. Looks like we have a little bit of a delay of game possibly. Delay of game on the offense. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 10. Deep in your own end zone. Ball's on the 4-yard line. Maddox Romans in the backfield. So you have 4 wide receivers split out, 1 running back in the backfield. Battle in motion. Underneath his battle, Caden Williams steps up, complete. And it's caught by, I believe, Riley Faroki on the catch.
Pass is complete to number 2, Riley Faroki.
Riley Faroki with the catch, and it might be just enough for a first down. Gain of 7 yards. Looks like they'll be just shy of the first down marker. Oh, no, it's going to be a first down. So for all of you guys wondering why that was a first down, it's forward progress. Okay, so once your forward progress is stopped, even if you get pushed backwards, you still get the yards of where your forward progress stops. So Sebastian Galvan back in the game. Theo Anderson spelling for a few plays. Sebastian Galvan playing over there on the right tackle. Looks like we got a power I formation here. Maddox Romans in the backfield. Juergens split out on the bottom of your screen. Fake handoff, play action. Caden Williams drop back to pass. Intended for Detroit Taylor, and it is overthrown. It'll be 2nd down and 10 on the Nighthawks' 14-yard line.
Detroit Taylor is incomplete.
So they tried to get a little play action there. I love the play call, you know, on first down, being aggressive. You want to win on first down, and that's something that people really should understand on offense. Is traditionally football used to be handoff on first down, handoff on second down, throw it on third down, but now that's way too predictable, and the offensive play calls have gotten much more schemed up. So I really like that play call for the Nighthawks. Looks power I formation again. Wide receiver split out to the top of your screen. Detroit Taylor at tight end. Handoff up the middle. Maddox Romans gets a push. 8-yard gain for the Nighthawks. Great job controlling the line of scrimmage, led by Hudson Calais. Sebastian Galvan comes off, and Theo Anderson comes on. And the Nighthawks get a first down. Great job by that running game, getting a push. And Maddox Romans leading the charge.
First down and 10 for your Nighthawks.
Looks like you have Brody Junt back at fullback leading the way as well. Great job by Brody, sophomore for these Nighthawks in the backfield. Shotgun formation, handoff up the middle. Nice push on first down. Getting some nice yards, led by this offensive line, and Brody Junt as well, leading the way.
You gain 5 yards on the play.
Gain of 5. Cruz Barnett, Ryland Battle come in for Brody Junt and Chase Juergens.
2nd down and 5 for the Nighthawks.
So we have some personnel change. Looks like they're mixing it up here. I love that for the Nighthawks. Riley Faroki, bottom of your screen. 3 wide receivers split out to the right. 4 wide receivers set, 1 running back in the backfield. just a tad high, intended for Riley Faroki. Looks like there's laundry on the field.
Penalty flag on the play.
It's covered by number 7, Malachi Misa, the senior corner. See what the refs say.
Defensive pass interference, number 10. 15 yards from the
Defensive pass interference on Emmanuel
And that's another Nighthawks first down.
Ajimaya.
First down and 10 for your Nighthawks.
Emmanuel Ajimaya, the senior defensive back, pass interference. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Nighthawks. 4 wide receiver set, 2 split out right, 2 split out to the left. 1 running back in the backfield. Caden Williamson shotgun. Cruz Barnett in motion. Handoff up the middle. Getting about 5 or 6 yards on first down. Again, great job by the Nighthawks. Just using the run game to their advantage. So you see they run a bit of a spread offense. They run a few formations. They run a lot of 23 personnel, 22 personnel, 2 running backs, 2 or 3 tight ends, or 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver split out. They also that play they ran a spread formation, 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. So they're mixing up their formations and they're running the football. So they're keeping this defense guessing. Little wing T formation now. Hand off to Maddox Romans on the right-hand side. He cuts it up, and he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. I believe that's number 8. Kingston Philo, the senior linebacker. 22 solo tackles this year, 34 total tackles. 1 sack on the season, 3 QB hurries. So he's quite the linebacker for El Camino. It's going to be 3rd and about 4 or 5 yards here. We got a trips out to the bottom of your screen. Cruz Barnett, Riley Faroki, Ryland Battle. Trips left. Single back. Cruz Barnett in motion. Little fake wide receiver screen to the right or left and caught by Detroit Taylor out in the flat. It'll be a first down Nighthawks. I love that play design. You have trips out to the left on the wide side of the field. You put Cruz Barnett in motion. You fake the screen out to Ryland Battle on the wide side of the field, a wide receiver screen, and you sneak out Detroit Taylor a 5-yard out, running that route just deep enough to get the first down and then some. Great job by the Nighthawks offense executing there and selling that wide receiver screen to the field side. They ran 11 personnel there, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers coming out in a similar formation. Handoff up the middle, fake end around to Grant Goldman, but handoff up the middle to Maddox Romans for a few yards.
Tackled and brought down by number 8, Kingston Philo.
On first down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play.
Little personnel change. Brody Jump back in the game. Riley Faroki as well. Gotta love what they're doing on offense now. Starting this drive all the way back inside their 4-yard line. You know, had a few penalties, but overcame those and now moving the ball past midfield. Offset shotgun formation here. Good job by Maddox Romans running out to the left-hand side, led by Brody Junt, getting a few yards on second down. So now when you're here on third and manageable, right? You're at 3rd and mid. You're past the 50-yard line. You're in field goal range now for you know, with our kicker. I feel with his leg, Mateo Orozco. So now the playbook's really opening up for these Nighthawks. Diesel Taylor tight to the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side. You got 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers out to the right. Condensed formation. Caden Williams looks for Detroit Taylor again in the flat. He breaks a defender. He's running down the sideline, and he is tackled inside the 10-yard line. Detroit Taylor with a huge play on 3rd down to move the sticks and then some. Great job by the Nighthawk offense. We saw that same play on the previous 3rd down, on the previous set of downs. Ran to the opposite sideline And they did the same thing on this play, but they flipped it. They put the trips out to the right, and they snuck Detroit Taylor out with a 5-yard flat, broke a tackle inside the 10-yard line. Beautifully executed by the Nighthawks. Great job by this coaching staff and company. Now they're inside the 10-yard line in the red zone. I formation, Brody Junt at fullback. Maddox Romans at running back. Chase Jurgens in motion, coming across the formation. Handed off up the middle to Maddox Romans, and he is tackled almost immediately for maybe a 1-yard gain. But back to that set of plays. I hope you guys were noticing that. They just flipped the formation and flipped the play. They ran the same play on both third downs there. Great job getting Detroit Taylor involved early. He's a big target. He's got great hands. He's the younger brother of Diesel Taylor, junior tight end, who's had a pretty good year this year. 10 receptions, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Looking to get him more involved this season. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers out. Twins on each side. A little false start might have been on Maddox Romans in the backfield, leaning forward. Let's see what they called on. False start, not sure who it's on. I don't know if it was on Maddox Romans. Chase Jurgens back in the game. Grant Goldman come in. Detroit Taylor coming out, and Cruz Barnett Detroit Taylor staying in the game, and Riley Battle coming out. So I'm calling out these substitutions because I want everyone to realize the personnel changes, getting players involved, right? Calling different personnel bunches, calling different plays, right? There's a system to this offense, and this coaching staff's doing an excellent job mixing up the personnel, mixing up formations, and mixing up the play calls. We've got an empty set here, 5 wide receivers out. We have Detroit Taylor in the slot on the right-hand side, Grant Goldman as well. Caden Williams dropped back to pass. Hit as he threw, caught by Detroit Taylor, touchdown! Oh, pass is incomplete. I spoke too early. But that was a great job by Caden Williams. He hung in the pocket, knowing he's going to take a shot, throws it in the end zone for Detroit. Detroit Taylor just couldn't come down with it. Great defense on the play as well. And so when you only have 5 guys blocking for you up front and they bring a blitzer or you get beat, you don't have a running back in the backfield to clean up the leakage through the O-line, and just couldn't quite connect right there. But I love the play call as it's third down, 3rd and goal here for the Nighthawks. Twins formation again. Maddox Romans in the backfield. Caden Williams drops back to pass. Takes the green turf in front of him. Makes a man miss and gets tackled at the 1 or 2 yard line. Looks like there's a flag on the play. I love the decision making by Caden Williams, not forcing a bad throw, taking the green turf. See who the flag is on. Looks like it's going against the Nighthawks. Or they're going to replay 3rd down.
Foul number 70.
Personal foul number 70 on Jadion Samuels of the Nighthawks.
Personal foul number 66.
Personal foul number 66 against El Camino. And that is on Jonathan Abernathy, the senior. So those penalties will offset, and they will repeat 3rd and goal. But great job by Caden Williams, just not forcing a bad throw, taking the turf in front of you. And when you, as a defense, account for all the weapons they have on offense, you're not accounting for the wheels of Caden Williams. You should have a quarterback spy there, spying him on the running opportunities. Trips out to the right. 1 running back in the backfield. Caden Williams drops back to pass. He throws into the end zone. It is incomplete, intended for Riley Faroki. Couldn't quite bring it down. It'll be 4th down, and the Nighthawks will kick a field goal.
They bring up 4th down.
Well, great job by the Nighthawks just getting into the red zone. Successful drive here on the opening drive. I have to give hats off to this offensive coaching staff. Great play designs, great personnel bunches, great fakes, great power running. Short intermediate pass game was working to a T. And Orozco will attempt a mid-range field goal. And it is no good. Off to the left for Mateo Orozco. A rare miss for the Nighthawks.
3 minutes left to play here at the Nest.
Just 3 minutes here in the first quarter. So the Nighthawks come up empty on a very successful drive in terms of yardage, but I know that's disappointing for the Nighthawks, but it's a great job controlling the clock, limiting the possessions here for this explosive El Camino offense, who've had a lot of success through the air, led by quarterback Gavin Wasserman this season, over 1,200 yards passing for the quarterback. Wasserman, I got a chance to watch him play last year against San Marcos. Quite the QB. Or I watched him play against Oceanside, actually, in a thriller win on the road. Handoff up the middle. Bounces out to the right-hand side, and he cuts it upfield, and he is tackled down near the 25-yard line. Is number 15, Ryan Hamilton, just a sophomore, playing here and under the lights.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for El Camino. Looks like they're doing a little no-huddle action here. So they also run a bit of a spread offense. Looks like they're going to be in shotgun as Wasserman. 4 wide receivers set. 1 running back, man in motion. Handoff up the middle, back to Anderson. He bounces it out right, and he takes it up the field, and he is knocked on the sideline just short of the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for El Camino.
Tackled by number 9.
Tackled by number 9 by Tane Brogdon. The senior linebacker and long snapper. Shout out long snapper for the Nighthawks. Little referee timeout there. We got trips out to the left-hand side. 1 running back in the backfield is Hamilton, excuse me. Handoff up the middle to Hamilton. It is stopped for a short gain. Looks like we got a little chippy extracurricular. Number 56, Matai Tapuloa, the senior, getting a little handsy. You know, you got to keep that between the whistles. I know it's an emotional game, and I know it's an emotional season for these Wildcats. I know they've lost 4 games in a row. This is actually, a really good football team. I mean, they have a lot of athletes, a lot of playmakers. And I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they lost senior running back Leo Bell, one of their best athletes they've had come through that program in the last decade or more. And he's at Saddleback College right now, tearing it up for Saddleback. So it's going to be a penalty against the Wildcats. Are going to push this back, and he might have not instigated it. It was a little chippy maybe from the Nighthawk side, but second man always gets the penalty. Just got to keep your cool. So they're going no huddle here. It's going to be 4 wide receivers set, 1 running back in the backfield is Hamilton. The sophomore running back accompanies Gavin Wasserman. So we got a break in the action here. Aligning the pylons on the sideline. So I want to give a shout out to Nighthawk Nation out here tonight. Student section looking prevalent, on their feet, haven't taken a seat yet. And the Nighthawk faithful here tonight in the Nest. So we have 2nd and a country mile for El Camino. Wasserman takes a high snap, scrambles out to his right, eyes downfield. Hits as he throws, and it is almost intercepted by Cruz Barnett, the sophomore defensive back wide receiver for the Nighthawks. Is Cruz Barnett having an excellent season this year. He has 16 pass passes defended make that 17 for the sophomore defensive back.
It's third down.
It's third down and a country mile here for El Camino. They're going to go 5 wide receiver set, nobody in the backfield. Little cover 3 action for the Nighthawks. Safety's back deep. Pass out to the right, incomplete. Wasserman attempts to throw. Pass intended for number 9. Omega Cruz. We have a different number here for him. Omega Cruz is junior wide receiver defensive back. He has 620 receiving yards on the season. He's one of their main targets. 45 receptions and 4 touchdowns. So there's going to be all eyes on Omega Cruz for the Nighthawks. And they force a punt here. Getting the ball back would be the Nighthawks. Chase Juergens back to receive.
Back to punt for the Wildcats is number 36,
Martin Tabuka back to punt. Blake Drucker to snap. Nice punt. Juergens waves a fair catch. It'll be caught on the 48.5, 49-yard line.
49-yard line by number 1, Chase Juergens.
By Chase Juergens. And the Nighthawks will take over on offense as they get ready to try to put some points here on the board. Last drive, they moved the ball starting from the 4-yard line and moved it all the way down inside the 10 or at the 10-yard line last drive and couldn't quite come up with any points. So Caden Williams and company will take shop here at the 49-yard line, looking to improve that scoreboard. Minute 39 here left in the first quarter. We appreciate all of you guys tuning in here tonight. Got a little wishbone formation. Caden Williams, shotgun. Fake handoff up the middle. Caden Williams drops back to pass. He's hit as he throws, and it is intercepted by El Camino.
Pass is intercepted.
Pass is intercepted by number 8,
Kingston
Philo, the senior linebacker who I mentioned earlier. 6'2", 220 pounds, and he dives for it as Caden Williams was hit as he throws. And the El Camino Wildcats are back in business on offense. And they don't huddle. They're out here, twin wide receiver set, single back in the backfield. Gavin Wasserman to take the snap. Looks like a little bit of an offset pistol, man in motion. Handoff up the middle, and he is tackled immediately in the backfield. Flag on the play. And he is tackled by number 51, Jacob Zirolf, the junior, 6'5", 220 pounds on the tackle. Face mask on the defense. That will be a 15-yard penalty, I believe. Maybe it's only 10. Let's see. No, it's 15. I was right. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down, and that's one way to give turf, unearned turf, to these Wildcats. But a little bit of an over-aggressive play there. But nonetheless, it'll be first and 10 for the Wildcats. 4 wide receivers set. Hamilton in the backfield. Wasserman to take the snap. A 3-4 defense here for the Nighthawks. Man in motion. Trips on the bottom of your screen. Another man in motion. High snap. Wasserman takes it. And he is sacked in the back. Fumble. Ball is out. And it looks like he is called down. And that play was doomed from the start. Nighthawks smell blood in the water with the high snap. And when you have a high snap like that, it throws off the entire timing of that play. And offense is all about rhythm and timing, from the footwork of the quarterback to when the receivers run their routes. The ball has to be out 1, 2, 3, bam, right? When we get a high snap, it's completely throws off the entire play. And Wasserman was really set up to fail on that. So it's going to be second again in the country mile, and they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot here with these long down and distances. 4 wide receiver set, man in motion. Wasserman takes a snap, handoff up the middle to the right side. Hamilton running to the right, and he is tackled by a flock of Nighthawks just past the line of scrimmage by number 28, Douglas Spillane. I wonder if there's any relation to the Spillane linebacker. I believe he's playing for the Patriots. Last year played for the Raiders. Spillane, great linebacker in the NFL. Might be, because got some football genes with the Spillane name. Looks like that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. It is 0-0. We have a tough physical matchup here tonight. So after the first quarter here, we have no points on the board for either team, and it is a dogfight here in the Avocado League at Nighthawk Stadium at Del Norte High School.
With stunning oceanfront views of the Pacific Ocean, Poseidon Restaurant on the beach in Del Mar is the perfect venue for your next celebration, social gathering, or corporate event. At Poseidon, enjoy the freshness and quality of sustainable seafood, meat, and produce. They source all their seafood in accordance with the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch Guidelines, and they are constantly looking to provide the best products available. Make your reservation tonight and join us at the award-winning Poseidon Restaurant on the beach. Also cuisine at its finest, Ranch and Coast Magazine's best favorite restaurant. It's third down and 20 yards to go to begin the second quarter.
We are back here at Nighthawk Stadium. Coach Barnett getting his defense right. Looks like we got a little cover 3 action. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Wasserman back to pass. He hits Sega over the middle, dancing around, making defenders miss, and I believe he gets to the first down marker.
Complete to number 9, Omega Cruz.
Excuse me, Omega Cruz.
A gain of 19 yards on the pass.
Gain of 19 yards on the pass.
The tackle made by number 32, Tice Gingrich.
And the tackle made by number 32, Tice Gingrich, the junior. So fourth down and 1. They sneak up to the line of scrimmage and power out formation. Hand off to the running back. Makes a move. Breaks free. Gets tackled near the 15-yard line. Anthony Sega. And there's a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what the laundry is. But that third and long play was caught by Omega Cruz, the junior wide receiver, who's their leading receiver, making defenders miss, giving them a chance on 4th and 1. So the penalty was on the Del Norte and declined. And after that 4th and 1 play,
the penalty was declined.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats, just shy of the 25-yard line. 4 wide receivers set, 3 on the bottom of your screen. Offset running back, fake handoff up the middle. Hamilton takes it to the left, and he is ragdolled into the backfield. Great job by the Nighthawk defense. Bringing him down is number 12, Noah Harris, the senior linebacker. Great job by the Nighthawks, swarming on that play. A loss of 9 yards, so another negative play for the El Camino, as we just saw them gain 2 big plays on offense to move the ball, and they just take another 9-yard loss. So, 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards for El Camino here, as they don't huddle up. They're looking on the sideline from their coaching staff, looking to get the play call. 3 wide receivers out to the top of your screen. 1 wide receiver on the bottom. Wasserman takes the handoff, looks to his right, throws deep down the field. It is going to be almost a punt, and it intercepted by the Nighthawks running up the sideline. And he is finally tackled near the 25-yard line. Intercepted by number 27, Bryson Steffi, the junior for the Nighthawks, coming up with a big play. Very well could have been a miscommunication, but nonetheless, the Nighthawks take advantage, and Nick Barnett and company get a turnover in their favor, and it'll be Nighthawk football on the 27-yard line.
It'll be first down and 10 for your Nighthawks.
I love getting encouraging text messages from my family back home. Thank you, Dad. He's telling me I'm doing a great job, so I love to hear that. Thanks, Pop. Detroit Taylor in the slot. Maddox Romans in the backfield. Brody Junt as well, offset I formation. Brody Junt in motion. It'll be a handoff up to the left side. Maddox Romans cuts back into the middle of the field. Break makes a man miss, and he is tackled near the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 9, or 11-yard gain, excuse me. Brought down by number 7, Malachi Nisa.
And that's another Nighthawks first
Misa,
down.
excuse me. Nighthawks first down. Great job running the football tonight. We've seen big chunks of yardage gained on the ground for the Nighthawks, and that'll be crucial for this offense to be able to run play action, misdirection, running man in motions, different formations and personnel bunches. Great job by this offense being able to establish a running game early. Ryland Battle at the bottom of your screen. Handoff to the right-hand side. Maddox Romans cuts up, and a loss on the play. It'll be a pack of Wildcats bringing them down, led by number 8, Kingston Philo. Tackle again made by number 7, Malachi Misa. Brody Junt coming off the field. Cruz Barnett entering the ball game for the Nighthawks. Theo Anderson in there on the offensive line as well. Just a sophomore. Second down and 10 as the Nighthawks look to approach midfield and get this offense going. Detroit Taylor. End man on the line of scrimmage in the bottom of your screen. Maddox Romans in the backfield, offset. Cruz Barnett in motion. Chase Jurgens in motion, a little fly sweep action. Chase Jurgens makes a man miss, cuts up the field, and tackled near the 45-yard line. Great job by the Nighthawks stretching the field there. Do a little fly sweep. You see the Chiefs do that all the time, right? You see Xavier Worthy come in motion underneath the quarterback, bam, for a little handoff. It's great play design here by this coaching staff, bringing NFL-level offense to Nighthawks in this young football team. So you love to see the complexity, the scheme, the technique brought in to this offense. Trips out to the left. Diesel Taylor in the trip. Man in motion. Thrown out to the flat, makes a man miss, cuts up the field, and he is finally brought down, but not after a first down. Great pitch and catch. Pass is complete to number 14, Alex Rubio. There's a flag on the play. Great job by Rubio getting north and south, making a man miss, getting some yardage. Let's see what the officials say. It looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Nighthawks. 10-yard penalty. I can't quite hear what the referees are saying. Their microphones are in and out, but it'll be 3rd and long. So great effort by Alex Rubio and company, but it will be for naught because it is going to be a 3rd down and 11 for the Nighthawks as Chase Jurgens enters the ball game. Ryland Battle coming out. A few substitutions as well for the Wildcats. Detroit Taylor out in the bottom of your screen as well as Chase Jurgens. It'll be a twin set, one running back in the backfield. Caden Williams to take the snap. Man in motion before that. Rubio in motion. Looks downfield, steps up in the pocket, moves out to his right, pointing downfield, and he likes what he sees. He takes off and running. And he gets the first down. Caden Williams doing it with his legs for the Nighthawks at near midfield, and that's enough for a first down. Great job by Williams, just stepping up in the pocket, moving well in the pocket with his feet, eyes downfield. Didn't like what he saw the turf in front of him, and he took it, and now it'll be a first down for the Nighthawks. Great decision making, not forcing a bad throw, moving the chains, keeping the ball in your favor. Great job by Caden Williams and company. Again, we see this little bit of a wishbone formation. It's going to be 11 personnel, or Brody Junt leading the way. Maddox Romans handoff up the middle, and he's tackled after a few-yard gain. So Brody Junt's playing a little bit of a tight end fullback position. So when I say 11 personnel, 12 personnel, 22 personnel, it means the first number is the amount of running backs, second number is the amount of tight ends, and then whatever's left after that is the amount of wide receivers. So if I say 11 personnel, that's 1 running back, 1 tight end, and there's 3 wide receivers. So in this case, there's 4 wide receivers, really 5 wide receivers. So it's empty set here. Trips out to the bottom of your screen. Caden Williams, eyes downfield, throws out to his left-hand side. Just a bit high for Riley Faroki on the little post corner route. So I love that, taking a shot downfield, trying to open up this offense. So, you know, when I was growing up, I heard a lot of 11 personnel, 12 personnel. I didn't understand what that meant, right? So the first number, like I said, it is assigned to how many running backs are on the field. So 11, there's the first number, and the 11 is 1. So if I say 11 personnel, 1 running back. And the second number in 11 is another 1, and that refers to the amount of tight ends. So 11 personnel means 1 running back, 1 tight end. And they mix up the personnel bunches. Here we have 4 wide receivers set. Twins, man in motion. Cruz Barnett. Caden Williams takes the snap, handoff back underneath the Maddox Romans. They love this play. Maddox Romans running up the field, getting tackled just short of the first down, just past the 47-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down, just right at the 47. Be 4th and 3. And looks like they're going for it. So, as you know, if you've been watching Nighthawk football for many moons now, you know that Coach Barnett does not back down. He loves going for it on 4th down. Very similar to the style of Dan Campbell for Detroit Lions. Aggressive here in this football game, not backing down. Maddox Romans in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set. Maddox Romans in motion. Caden Williams looking over the middle. Quick game pass. Slant over the middle. Caught by Cruz Barnett. On 4th down, coming up clutch is the Nighthawks, and Caden Williams, just an excellent job, just staying cool, calm, and collective, understanding the defense. Outside leverage on Cruz Barnett. He takes a few yards slant over the middle, throws that ball perfectly right where only Cruz Barnett could catch it. Great job securing the catch. Moving the chains for the first down are the Nighthawks, and we're in business. So it'll be trips out to the right. Chase Juergens on the bottom of your screen. 1 running back, Maddox Romans in the backfield. Cruz Barnett back in motion. Wide receiver screen out to the left. Caught by Faroki. Makes a man miss. Goes upfield. Cuts out to the left-hand side. He's finally tackled down near the 35-yard line. Is Riley Faroki. Great job again by this play calling on the offense. They move Cruz Barnett in motion. And as soon as they snap the ball, Cruz goes out and makes a block on the corner that was covering Faroki, and Faroki comes in and catches the ball. We're a little short game, quick game for the Nighthawks with a positive play on offense. So now it's 2nd and short, and this playbook is wide open. Detroit Taylor out in the slot. Cruz Barnett, little fake wide receiver screen, handoff up the middle to Maddox Romans for a few-yard gain, getting the first down. So Ryland Battle jogging back onto the field right now. Chase Juergens coming off. And again, this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. You have to give credit to this coaching staff. Again, these play calls, these play designs, right? These are putting guys in position to make plays and distribute the ball to different playmakers tonight. Riley Faroki, Cruz Barnett, Alex Rubio getting touches. Detroit Taylor getting involved early on the first drive. Maddox Romans with the handoffs. We're looking great on offense right now. Caden Williams, delayed handoff to Maddox Romans, runs up the middle, not even touched until he's 20 yards downfield, and he's tackled, tripped up just past the first down marker. About almost a 15-yard gain. Kingston Philo with the tackle. Love that play call again. It's delayed handoff. They've been doing quick game passes the last few plays, mixed in with the run game. Get these defensive guys on their heels, and they don't know what's coming at them. They've got so many playmakers so many responsibilities to keep track of, and that's just a great job by the offense, just not being so vanilla and basic and mixing it up. Detroit Taylor on the bottom of your screen. He's got man coverage. Looks like we got a whistle. Penalty on the play.
Penalty flag on play.
Waiting on the officials here as Caden Williams jogs over to the sideline to get the play call. Brody Junt entering the ball game, going with their jumbo package. Cruz Barnett coming off. It'll be, I'm not sure what the penalty was there. Oh, here it is. Nope, nope, no call on the penalty. Okay, maybe they just flag accidentally fell out of their pocket. It'll be 1st and 10. Balls on near the 15-yard line. Brody Junt, offset I formation. Offset shotgun formation. Detroit Taylor in motion. He comes down to block. Handoff to Maddox Romans on the right-hand side, stretching the play out to the right side, and he's tackled near the 11-yard line. They bring Detroit Taylor in motion to come down and make a block. Tackle made by number 3, Elijah Randall, for the Wildcats, senior. Great job by the Nighthawks on this drive. Managing the run game and the pass game. Really balanced offensive attack, and they've shown that all season, balancing out the run and the pass. Credit to this coaching staff. Riley Faroki and Cruz Barnett out to your top of your screen on your left-hand side. Diesel, Taylor, Ryland Battle to your right. We've got twins formation. Maddox Romans in the backfield. Caleb Williams takes the snap. Caden Williams takes the snap. Looks for Detroit Taylor in the corner of the end zone. It'll be overthrown, incomplete. Caden Williams, excuse me. Sometimes I say Caleb Williams, and my mind's rattled right now. But anyways, I like them taking shots in the end zone, right? I mean, the more shots you take, the more likely you are to score points, right? And so it's just being aggressive in the red zone, taking advantage of height opportunity for Detroit Taylor. 6'4", really rangy, athletic receiver, trying to get him the ball in the end zone, up in the air. We saw that in the first quarter in the back of the end zone, just couldn't quite connect. So these red zone opportunities need to be taken advantage of for the Nighthawks. So it'll be trips out to the left. Riley Faroki at the bottom of your screen, man coverage. Doesn't look like there's any safety help coming over, as the safety's in the middle of the field near the goal line. Look for the one-on-one opportunity there. Man in motion. Ryland Battle in motion, looking to the left. Caden Williams throws, caught by Cruz Barnett underneath. Makes a few men miss. And it'll be 4th and 2. About the 7-yard line. Kingston Philo on the tackle. So it is going to be 4th and 2. And if I know Coach Barnett, he is not kicking this field goal. And the offense looks like they're staying out in the field. And this is, it's near the end of the second quarter. And this is a statement. This is a statement right now for the Nighthawks. They've been running the football well all night tonight. I love this decision to go for it here on 4th down in the red zone. Especially at this point in the season. They're coming off 3 straight losses. Tough games they've played last week on the road at Poway, and they run up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Twins formation. Off. Then they get him on the hard count. Great call for the Nighthawks. And they get a jump from El Camino. It'll be offsides. El Camino half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down. That's got to kill you as a coach there, because you coach your guys all week, and that's just being a smart football player. You have to understand it's 4th down and 2, and when you go for it on 4th down a lot, like Coach Barnett does, you know, there's no bluffing there. They might actually run a play, and they didn't there, but they got them on the hard count. And if you're a coach for El Camino, you just got to be frustrated because it's 4th and 2, and offsides gives them a 1st down, and then you're in the red zone, and you thought you had them. Anyways, so it'll be a timeout by the Nighthawks. It is 1 minute and 3 seconds left here in the second quarter. It is 0-0 right now. And again, I want to thank you all for tuning in right now, hanging out with me, solo here in the booth tonight. And I love covering the Nighthawks. I've done this for a few years now. First game was 2023 in October, so it's actually been about 2 years. Rancho Bernardo game 2 years ago. 4 overtime game here in Del Norte at the Nighthawk Stadium. So it has been a pleasure sharing this space and time with you guys, and I'm still continuing to be here, and I will be here. So I'm not going anywhere, but again, just want to give a shout out to the Nighthawk faithful tuning in right now and following me in this journey, in my broadcasting journey, and here watching, more importantly, the Nighthawks. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Nighthawks. Detroit Taylor in the ball game for the Nighthawks. Look for him for some one-on-one opportunities. They've been trying to do that here tonight. Brody Junt and back at the fullback here. Power I formation for the Nighthawks. Shakes Jurgen on the bottom of your screen. 2 tight end sets, so 22 personnel. Handoff up the middle. Maddox Romans is a touchdown for the Nighthawks. Maddox Romans, led by Brody Junt, up the middle, and it is a touchdown, Nighthawks. Beautifully executed drive here by the Nighthawks, moving the ball down the field with short game passes, right? You saw the run game get going, and you saw a beautiful execution in the red zone, physical up front. And, you know, that's something that Coach Barnett has talked about week in, week out, being physical at the line of scrimmage, and they've done that since the beginning of this ball game, capping it off with a touchdown up the middle with Maddox Romans. Mateo Orozco back to kick the extra point. And it is up and good. Got to give a little shout out to Tane Brogdon, the long snapper, one of my actual clients. If you didn't know, I used to long snap, and I currently coach long snappers here in San Diego. Tane is a guy I've known for a few years now, and Grant Goldman with the holds, 2 excellent specialists who also play other positions here for the Nighthawks. So got to give a shout out to those guys. They've done a great job all season, and Mateo Orozco as well with a booming extra point. Really talented kicker. Expect him to be playing on Saturdays moving forward. As we line up for the kickoff, Mateo Orozco lines up the ball on the 40-yard line. As he's been known to boom kickoffs outside the back of the end zone. So long history of really good kickers here for the Nighthawks. One of many kickers for the Nighthawks over the years who've gone on to play at the next level. Mateen, I believe his last name is Bagmani, playing for UCLA right now, kicking game winners for the Bruins. As that ball is blasted through the end zone. So, yeah, we've had a long history of kickers for the Nighthawks, as well as blanking on his name right now, but I will find it. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on the 20-yard line. Trey Coleman, that's who I'm thinking of for the Utah Utes. Another great kicker. I don't know why I blanked on his name. He's an outstanding kicker for the Nighthawks a few years back. Gavin Wasserman in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers in the bottom of your screen, looking to his left, scans over the middle, cuts up the field, and he is tackled for a few-yard gain. Nighthawks had that well defended on the back end.
Number 18, Noah Salazar.
Noah Salazar, number 18.
Tackle made by number 10, Gio.
Tackle made by number 10, Gio Limon. So it is just 40 seconds left. So timeout by El Camino saved those precious seconds on the clock. This first and second quarter has really gone by quickly, and you have to account for the Nighthawks controlling the possession, time of possession. They've done a great job running the football, and that's something that El Camino hasn't done really great this season, is running the ball. And that's why you've seen such a big commitment to running the football from both of these teams, right? I mean, Omega Cruz averages 91 receiving yards a game. Micah Sega averages 75 yards receiving a game. I mean, that's 160 plus yards a game through the air. And running the ball, they really haven't established a run game throughout the season. Actually, that's not really true. They've rushed for about 174 yards, 175 yards a game. So they've had a pretty balanced rushing attack as well, but they just haven't been able to control the line of scrimmage in the last 4 weeks or so when they really needed to the most. Slow down these games. Oh, but bobble snap. Wasserman picks it up, and he's tackled. He's sacked in the backfield by Del Norte. So it's a quarterback sack. Huge play for the Nighthawks, as it'll be second and long, or actually third and long. So a little bit of a bobbled snap, low snap for Wasserman. He picks it up, looks downfield, couldn't find anybody, and he gets sacked. So it'll be third and long, and it looks like they're just going to let this clock at least go down to about 5 seconds and then snap it. They might just let this clock run out, period. Oh, looks like they got it off before the end of the half. Wasserman, downfield. Oh, nearly intercepted.
Pass is nearly intercepted
by number 27.
The ball intended for number 9.
Bryson Steffi.
Is incomplete.
So that will do it here for the first half at Nighthawk Stadium. The score here in the Nest, 7 Nighthawks, El Camino 0. Great job by the Nighthawks establishing a touchdown here near the end of the second quarter. And that'll do it here for the first half. So stick around. We will be back. Refill your popcorn as we've got a close game here at Nighthawk Stadium. As I'm Drew Ferris reporting live here from Nighthawk Stadium.
This year's homecoming theme is Board Games Game Day.
It can't be an official homecoming week without acknowledging our amazing faces of the flock or announcing the class who won Hoco Spirit Week.
Thank you guys for your hard work and dedication this past week.
We appreciate and love your commitment to our Spirit Days and countless hours to making these floats look absolutely amazing.
On that high note, we would love to introduce Cheer and Dance for their game-changing performance. Didn't think so. going to transition into introducing our Faces of the Flock.
As many of you know, we have had all our homecoming festivities this week, and one of our ongoing Nighthawk traditions is giving a shout out to our Faces of the Flock.
To be part of the Faces of the Flock means that you're an outstanding contribution to the school and show Nighthawk pride. Students are selected by the Del Norte student body to be represented at the homecoming festivities.
Let's roll the dice and meet your 2025 to 2026 Faces of the Flock.
Give it up for your first Face of the Flock representing the freshman class, Taylor Benitez. Taylor is part of Del Norte girls flag football and girls basketball team and a member of ASB. Her favorite memory is finding out that she got into ASB at Del Norte. Walking with Taylor is Coach McNeely, who says Taylor is a quiet and thoughtful leader in our class and always treating others with kindness and respect. Her positive attitude and friendly spirit make our class a better place every day. Congratulations, Taylor!
Our second freshman on our Face of the Flock is Winston Meggers. Winston is a part of Del Norte's freshman football and sailing team. His favorite memory is winning the Poway home football game. Walking with Winston is Mr. Jenkins, who says Winston is a positive, hardworking student who works diligently with his classmates. He puts forth his best effort to make sure that everyone around him has their questions answered each and every day. His hard work in the classroom mirrors that of his performance on the gridiron as he supports his teammates each and every play. Congratulations, Winston.
Now let's give it up for our sophomores. First, we have Anne-Marie McGuire. Anne-Marie is a player on Del Norte girls volleyball team, a member of our Best Buddies Club, and also part of her church youth group. Her favorite memories at Del Norte were all of the football games. Walking with Anne-Marie is Mr. Moulton, who says Anne-Marie is a wonderful student who he got to know in his bio class last year. She always came smiling and ready to help her group out. Her positive energy really brightened up everyone's day. I see the same energy in her now as she is a sophomore, and he hopes that he gets her in one more class before she graduates. Congratulations, Anne-Marie.
Our second sophomore Face of the Flock is Bryce Hawkins. Bryce is a part of Del Norte's cross-country and track team, SACS, and a member of ASB. His favorite memory at Del Norte was his first year of flow building. Walking with Bryce is Mrs. Darcy, who says that Bryce is the student who lights up a classroom with his contagious energy, friendliness, and smile. It's clear that students admire Bryce for his kindness and humor, and teachers, as well, appreciate his enthusiasm. He is the definition of a Nighthawk. Congratulations, Bryce. Our third sophomore Face of the Flock is Chase Diggs. Chase is a part of Del Norte's boys soccer team, and his favorite memory at Del Norte was transferring to Del Norte. Walking with Chase is Mr. Gussick, who says that Chase is such a funny and hardworking student who he has enjoyed having in his class. Congratulations, Chase.
And now for our juniors. Our first junior Face of the Flock is Savannah Harpster. Savannah is a member of ASB, a part of Del Norte's cross-country and tennis team, and a link crew leader. One of Sav's favorite Del Norte memory was playing in the soccer game on senior night when it was pouring rain. Walking with Savannah is Mr. Krenz, who says Sav is a super cool kid. Every day, Sav was in my math class, and I witnessed a kind, generous, and thoughtful student who was all in every day. She's an absolutely committed to constant self-improvement, both personally and academically. Sav is a standout among standouts, and it's an absolute honor to be her first math teacher. Congratulations, Sav!
Our next junior winner is Kiwan Park. Kiwan is a part of Best Buddies, STEM Elevate, and a member of Del Norte Theater Society. His favorite memory was when he decided to join multiple clubs this year. Walking with Kiwan is JC, who says Kiwan is always smiling. He makes an effort every day to greet me and make a positive connection. He is genuine, kind, and inclusive. Congratulations, Kiwan.
Last but certainly not least, give it up for our seniors! First up is none other than Bailey Mrozek. Bailey is on the varsity cross-country captain, part of Del Norte's track and field, president of Sisterhood Society, and secretary of Link Crew. One of her favorite memories from Del Norte is supporting her team by winning first place in the 4x800, helping them win CIF last year. Walking with Bailey is Mrs. Hicks, who says Bailey has been a standout in her classes and at Del Norte since she first met her freshman year. She is a ball of personality that cares deeply for her friends and peers. She is fiercely loyal and protects those around her. It doesn't surprise me that she was chosen as FIST for this year because she embodies what it means to be a Nighthawk. Congratulations, Bailey!
Our second and last Face of the Flock member is Joshua Kim. Joshua is a part of Del Norte's wrestling, the Upstart Club, and passionate about filmmaking. One of Joshua's favorite memories at Del Norte is winning the physics boat race with his group. Walking with Joshua is Profe Rogerio, who says it's such a privilege to walk with him tonight. She's so happy the class of 2025 picked such a strong representative, the most hardworking student and genuine good guy. She's so lucky to know you, Joshua. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our Faces of the Flock.
Over the past week, Nighthawks have been working hard on building floats with their classes, creatively dressing up to the theme, and uniting together as a whole class.
We want to thank all students, staff, and parents for their continuous support throughout this HOCO week. We couldn't have done it without you. The scoring was combined from Spirit Days, participation in float building, and float judging. Now it's time to announce our 2025-2026 Homecoming Week winner.
In one of the boxes, there will be balloons. The box that has balloons will be the class float winner.
On the count of 3, the class presidents are going to open their boxes. Can we get a drum roll? 3, 2, 1!
Congratulations to our seniors and all of the other participants.
Thank you guys so much for coming to our homecoming game in our 2025-2026 year. We are now back to the game. Let's play our cards right and finish strong.
Well, we are back here at Nighthawk Stadium as we wrap up the halftime show, and the Nighthawks are warming up on the field, as you can see here. El Camino doing the same as well. It is a tough ball game here, 7-0. Nighthawks with the lead, scoring late in the second quarter. Near the end of the second quarter, Maddox Romans runs the ball for a short gain, led by Brody Junt for a touchdown to make this game 7-0. So we saw, to summarize what we saw in the first half, the Nighthawks started their first drive from the 4-yard line, brought it all the way down to inside the 10-yard line, and came up short and no points on the board on that first drive with a missed field goal attempt. Then El Camino got the ball back, and El Camino had a few drives. First drive ended with a punt, trading drives back and forth, trading also turnovers as well. So Wasserman with an interception caught by
We would like to thank our teachers and families.
A couple interceptions, actually. Gavin Wasserman has 2 interceptions tonight. Bryson Steffi with an interception. as well as, I believe, Cruz Barnett with an interception as well. So pair of turnovers for El Camino. Caden Williams has an interception as well, I believe. And so a couple turnovers here early in the first half led to a low-scoring first half. So let's see if the Nighthawks can continue their dominance on the offensive side of the football, mixing up the play calls and continuing to run the football. And El Camino on the other side, they're attempting to run the ball. They've committed to the ground game with Ryan Hamilton, the sophomore running back, not having so much success, but Gavin Wasserman trying to get his playmakers involved by the likes of Omega Cruz, one of his leading receivers, and Micah Sega as well. So look for him to get those guys the ball in space or down the field. They haven't had too much action here tonight. The Nighthawks defense has been playing and firing off all cylinders, getting pressure on Wasserman as well, sacking him a few times in the backfield. So the Nighthawks defense has not made it easy for El Camino on offense at all. So had a few missed snaps as well from the shotgun from Wasserman, so he's out there kind of not having the full rhythm and timing of this offense. So this pass game for El Camino can be really electric. So the Nighthawks have to be really cautious of these playmakers. Like I said, Micah Sega and Omega Cruz for El Camino. And on the Nighthawks side of the football on offense, I mean, they're getting the ball into many different playmakers' hands. Riley Faroki with a few catches, Maddox Romans, of course, out of the backfield. Alex Rubio as well getting involved in the pass game. Detroit Taylor with a couple big catches, third down conversions. We've seen Cruz Barnett in the short game on a short fourth down conversion near midfield was Cruz Barnett, slant over the middle. We've seen Rylan Battle as well line up at the receiver position. Yet to see him get a catch tonight, but look for him as well to get involved in this football game. So a lot of guys out here on offense, different personnel packages, different formations. Brody Junt playing a lot on offense tonight, leading the way for Maddox Romans as the Nighthawks look to kick this ball off to El Camino. As we are set to get underway here in the second half are the El Camino Wildcats and the Del Norte Nighthawks here at Nighthawk Stadium. I want to thank you all for joining me and bearing with me as I tried to summarize that first half, maybe not in the best way, but you know, all I know is that it's 7-0. Nighthawks are winning. Close ball game, physical ball game here tonight. A lot of playmakers yet to hear their names called here tonight in the end zone, but we've had a lot of success for the Nighthawks on offense, but only leading to 7 points. So I know Coach Barnett and company will want to be able to punch in those touchdowns when they get in the red zone. Mateo Orozco back to kick from the 40-yard line near the right hash. And we are underway here in the second half at Nighthawk Stadium, and it will be out of the end zone for a touchback. And the El Camino Wildcats will take over. And the 20-yard line will be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Jadion Samuel, Sebastian Galvan heading in on defense for the Nighthawks, as well as number 51, Jacob Zerolf, the junior defensive end, tight end, 6'5", 220-pounder there on the left side of the line. They run a 4-3 defense, 4 linebackers, 3 defensive linemen down. Noah Harris blitzes off the edge. It is picked up by Noah Harris and in for a touchdown. First play of the second half is an errant shotgun snap, and I was mentioning it at the halftime show here today. The missed snaps by El Camino on the offensive side is disrupting Gavin Wasserman and company, and Noah Harris is blitzing from the right side. Great job by the defense dialing up, and they run a 4-3 defense, and they always bring 4, right? So they have 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers, and one of those 4 linebackers, you don't know who's going to blitz. They do a good job masking it. That time they brought Noah Harris off the defense's right side, and it just so happens to be an errant snap, and that's why you bring pressure for those reasons. And Noah Harris scoops the ball up for a defensive touchdown, and he's playing the right wing on this PAT field goal on special teams. Mateo Orozco with the attempt. Snap is good, hold is good, and we are at 14-0. Nighthawks take the lead. Perfect snap by Tane Brogdon, perfect hold by Grant Goldman, perfect kick by Mateo Orozco. And the Nighthawks start the second half with a defensive touchdown. Great job here taking advantage of the errant snap as Noah Harris, senior linebacker, coming off the edge. And I've mentioned him a few times in the broadcast in the previous weeks. He's had a great offseason. Really been committed to the offseason program. Physical training and conditioning really paying off for the senior linebacker, Noah Harris. So now, Mateo Orozco, who just kicked the ball off, probably less than 3 minutes in real time, is now set to kick the ball off again for the Nighthawks back to the Wildcats. And, you know, I haven't watched a lot of the Wildcats game film in the last month, but judging off the scores of the games that they've played in the last 4 weeks and the losses they've incurred, you know, this is probably not an uncommon occurrence for the Wildcats. And I don't want to say that negatively, but in football, you either win the game or you lose the game, and that sounds so cliche and so simple, but what I mean by that is you either, as the team, go win it, or you actually lose it. The other team maybe doesn't win the game, you just lost it. So, and as a result, the other team gets a win in the win column, and Orozco kicks that one off deep into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and El Camino will get the ball back. And so more on that, what I'm saying is that, especially, this happens in professional football all the time, right? I mean, a team will either lose the game or win the game, and the opposing team will either, if one of the team loses it, the opposing team, as a result, will get a win in the win column. But more games are lost rather than won in professional football and in football in general. And what I mean, we saw a great example of last drive. They're losing this game because of the turnover margin and obviously giving up a turnover for a touchdown. So handoff up the middle. It looks like a late whistle as they get committed back on the ground. And you know, by the looks of it on that first play, looks like they're going to be committing to the ground game heavily, packing a punch here for El Camino. So it looks like the refs weren't ready. So now it'll be a quick run up to the line. Handoff up the middle to Hamilton. And he sheds a few defenders, and he's brought down by a flock of Nighthawks for about a 5-yard gain. Anthony Sega, number 4, with the carry. Micah Sega, Blake Sega, Anthony Sega. You got the Sega boys in full force here for the El Camino Wildcats. So they like to do their own little power run game as well. So they rush up to the line of scrimmage again. Everyone's down towards line of scrimmage. Handoff up the middle. He squirts by for a first down. Anthony Sega again. So we got a change of pace at running back for El Camino. And they do what I call like a loose huddle, right? I mean, they're huddling very quickly. They don't huddle for very long. If they do huddle, and they huddle close to the line of scrimmage, and they just get set real quick. And Anthony Sega, again, to the right side. They just ran the same play 3 times in a row and then tackled. So,
the ball handed off again to Anthony Sega.
Again, they ran the same play twice to the right, once to the left. And so, very simple, basic, don't think, just do. That's what I like to call it. So it's working right now for the Wildcats as it's second and medium here for the Wildcats. So they're looking over to the sideline right now, getting the play call. And the idea of that is to run as many plays as possible in the amount of time that they have. Again, handoff to the left-hand side. Hamilton bounces it out, and he is tackled for a few-yard gain. Ryan Hamilton brought down by Sebastian Galvan and Noah Harris as well on the tackle.
Again, 2 yards on the play.
And what this does is it tempos the defense. It challenges them physically.
And 1 yard to
Brody
go
Junt coming in on the
for the
defense,
Wildcats.
getting some little jumbo package there. So Brody Junt enters in on the defensive line, number 34. Hand off to Hamilton, bounces out to the left-hand side, and he's tackled
Ball
for
off again to number 15, Ryan
short
Hamilton.
gain on 3rd and short.
Tackle made by number 9, Tane
And
Brogdon.
Hamilton looks to be shaken up as he limps off the field. Tane Brogdon with the tackle. Gain of 2. And it'll be first down and 10
For the Wildcats.
for the Wildcats. And Hamilton is down. Looks like he got shaken up on his right ankle, right foot. We'll see what's going on with him. We hope he's okay. But again, back to what I was saying is that when you get this quick tempo, physical running up front, it wears down a defense, right? I mean, it forces you as a defense to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, more guys to the box. And the commitment to the run game on both sides of the ball right now, both sides of the sidelines, both teams, is pretty evident right now as we're getting a grinded out game here in this league play. So we hope that Ryan Hamilton is okay as he gets attended to by the training staff. Just a sophomore running back. There's a bright future ahead of him here for the Wildcats. I see a Mike Allstott jersey in the crowd for the Nighthawks. That's pretty cool. Tampa Bay Buccaneer legend. If you don't know who Mike Allstott is, go look up his highlights, because I'll tell you, it'll be a thing of beauty. If you like tough physical football, go watch him run the ball. But anyways, we're here at Nighthawk Stadium. It is 14-0. 9 minutes and 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. We have an official timeout, injury timeout, as he gets up to his feet and walks it off. Good to see him walking off on his own power. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be placed on the 42-yard line for El Camino Wildcats. Gavin Wasserman still back at quarterback. Got to see him play last year at Oceanside High School in a thriller. Ethan Bajarano, the game-winning touchdown pass from Wasserman. The ball, handoff to the left-hand side. Anthony Sega, excuse me, tough running. He wasn't touched for at least the first 10 yards. And again, simple handoff to the left-hand side. Looks like Jadion Samuels lost his helmet. He has to come out for a play. We got laundry on the field. This one could be coming back. Looks like Coach Barnett is having a chat with the officials, getting some clarification on the call. So it'll be against the Nighthawks, or declined, and as a result it'll be a first down. So Anthony Sega with a big time run, and he only has 18 rushing yards in the season, as he's back in the backfield again for El Camino. Again, fake handoff to Sega. Wasserman back, throwing an incomplete out in the flat as they do a little bootleg play action. Pass intended to number 31, Jono Navarez, the sophomore wide receiver. Incomplete by Wasserman. So again, you saw about almost 7 run plays that were the same formation Hand it off to the right, hand off to the left, hand off to the right, hand off to the left. They do a fake handoff to the field side, which is the wide side of the field. That's what the field side means. Little play action in the flat, couldn't convert. It'll be 2nd and 10. Hand off to Sega on the right-hand side. They give it to him this time. Packs a punch, and he barrels forward for about 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 for El Camino. So we are seeing a massive commitment to the run game by El Camino. And in the first half, we saw a lot of sacks by Wasserman. Against Wasserman, we've seen a lot of errant snaps in the shotgun formation, and I think that's why they've given up on the shotgun formation, and they're just going to run the same play until they score. Wasserman looking over to the sideline. Under center. Power formation. Handoff to the left-hand side. And he is tackled by Cruz Barnett. A little fake end around. So they fake the power on the right side, and they sneak a fullback over to the left. Jono Navarez with a run off to the left-hand side. So if you're not on it and you're not disciplined in your gaps, and you get lulled to sleep, they'll just tap on your shoulder to steal from your pocket there, and they get a first down. Handoff to Micah Sega on the right-hand side, and he's tackled for another 5 to 7 yard gain, 6 yard gain. Anthony Sega, excuse me. I get mixed up with these Sega boys. Blake Sega, Micah Sega, Anthony Sega. Lakers in 5. But looks like we have a Nighthawk down. Can't quite see who that is. And so we will take a break here as we get a Nighthawk attended to. But you got to credit the El Camino Wildcats. They have had one pass play on this drive, and it was incomplete. And all they've done is hand the ball off to Anthony Sega on the right side and the left side, mixing in a run as well to Jono Navarez, or actually they ran it with Aaron Garcia on the left-hand side, a little misdirection play. So they've run the same formation for about 10 plays in a row on this drive as we get halfway through the third, or a little more than halfway through the third quarter. So it's 8 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's 14 to nothing. And it looks like we are seeing number 51, Jacob Zyrolf, hobbling off to the sideline as he gets assisted by the training staff. So hope he's okay as he's limping off to the sideline. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. Ball is on the 19-yard line inside the red zone. Excuse me, the
2nd down and 5.
14-yard line. Hand off to the right side. Anthony Sega. He's brought down for another 5-yard gain. It'll be another first down for El Camino. Jake Heil with the tackle. Number 13 enters the game, Aaron Judas, the senior. They rush up to the line of scrimmage again. Sega in the backfield. Hand off to the right-hand side. Same play, bounces out, cuts it back in. Stumbles forward for a few-yard gain is Anthony Sega.
Tackle made by number 32, Tice Gingrich. Again, 3 yards on the play.
Gingrich on the tackle. Gain of 3. Hudson Calais in for Jadion Samuels.
And goal to go for the Wildcats.
They rush up to the line, hand off to the right side again. Anthony Sega tries to bounce it out, stays patient, cuts up the field. Looks like we have some extracurricular activities. Sebastian Galvan. And I'll tell you what, I mean, El Camino running the football right now, I mean, they're challenging this defense. They have thrown the ball once this drive. They've run the same plays over and over and over again. And I think it's really because this El Camino offense is realizing they can't really do anything else. And that's not a slight to them. They just have not had any success really throwing the ball with their spread offense So they're actually looking like, you know, what Rancho Bernardo used to look like a few years back before Gage Weddle got on the team. Hand off to Sega on the right side. He bounces it out, and he gets in for the touchdown. Anthony Sega rushes in for the 5-yard touch or 7-yard touchdown run. Anthony Sega bounces it out to the right-hand side, and there's nobody home to keep contained on Sega as he glances in for the touchdown. Or prances in for the touchdown because he's a Wildcat. So we will have an extra point attempt.
And the point after touchdown.
Snap, holding, kick is good. Blake Drucker to snap, another one of my long snapping clients here in the Avocado League. So it's fun to watch a couple of my guys who have been coaching long snapping perform really well this evening. So anyways, it is 14 Del Norte, 7 points for El Camino as they make it a one score game with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Nighthawks will be back to receive this kickoff.
Back to receive for your Nighthawks is number 1, Chase Jurgens, and number 11.
Number 1, Chase Jurgens back to receive, and number 11, Grant Goldman, the utility specialist, I like to say. He is a combo guy. He's kick returner, punt returner, and a holder. Grant Goldman.
For El Camino is number 47, Adam Spencer.
So Adam Spencer to kick off, number 47 for El Camino. The junior kicker for the Wildcats. Lefty. Ball is up in the air, and it is caught by Grant Goldman. Returns it up the middle of the field. He takes a burst up the field, and Grant Goldman, he makes a man miss, and he gets tackled past the 40-yard line. Is Grant Goldman, the combo specialist for the Nighthawks, as I was just talking about his utility, as he makes a few defenders miss, as the middle of the field was wide open. Great job blocking by the Nighthawks, and the Nighthawks will start with excellent field position on this drive. Average starting field position is one of the most crucial statistics in football. It is so overlooked. And last drive, we saw El Camino run the ball down the throats of the Nighthawks. So let's see if the Nighthawks try to do the same. Faroki on the bottom of your screen. Diesel Taylor out in the slot. Brody Junt in the backfield. Maddox Romans to accompany. Brody Junt in motion. Hand off to the right-hand side, Maddox Romans. He cuts up this field for a few-yard gain as he falls forward for positive yardage.
A gain of 4 yards on the play.
Gain of 4.
The tackle made by number 6.
Tackle made by number 6. Georgie Fasua, the senior for El Camino.
It'll be second down and 6 yards to go.
Second down and 6 near midfield as the Nighthawks have the second play of this drive here with 5 minutes and 54 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. Trips out to the left. Cruz Barnett in the slot. Maddox Romans in the backfield. Faroki on the bottom of your screen. Diesel Taylor out wide. Ryland Battle at the top of your screen. And it looks like we're going to have timeout called by the Nighthawks. They didn't like what they saw. First timeout of the half for the Nighthawks.
One of San Diego's premier Green Valley Dry Cleaners is dedicated to working around your busy schedule. Save water, time, energy, and money. And
so if you're the Nighthawks right now,
with free pickup and drop
I mean,
services,
you definitely want to keep your foot on the gas pedal here, because it is a very close game. It's one possession, right? They've done a great job on offense, mixing up the run and the pass. Play action, out of the shotgun. Caden Williams has done an excellent job here tonight, not forcing any bad throws, taking the green turf in front of him when he needs it. He's also distributed the ball really well here tonight. They've tried taking a few shots downfield with a few corner routes to Faroki, trying to get him involved. Diesel Taylor as well, trying to get him in the end zone. and you take advantage of his length and his height and his athleticism. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a few shots taken down the field here, as the playbook is pretty wide open here around midfield. So as they run the football and they establish that run game like they're doing, it's going to cause the linebackers and safeties to play up, right? And as you get those linebackers and safeties to creep up towards the line of scrimmage, that's when you can really take advantage in the pass game. Playing cover 1 right now. Handoff up the middle to Maddox Romans. Few yard gain up the middle. Looks like Jadion Samuels lost his helmet again. So again, cover 1, for those of you who don't know, if you look at the safeties for El Camino, they had 1 safety back, they had 8 men in the box, and they had man coverage on the outside. And so they're really bringing 8 defenders in the box and 3 defensive backs. So, you know, if I'm a quarterback or play caller here, I would love to take advantage of that defensive coverage and maybe do a little play action here, get this defense on their heels in the pass game. So here we go. Now you see you got 3 linebackers, a couple safeties back deep for El Camino. Trips out to the left. Cruz Barnett's open in the flat. And it is intercepted by El Camino, and he's hawked down by Cruz Barnett, but couldn't get there in time. And it is a touchdown for El Camino. Number 31, Jono Navarez, the sophomore linebacker, read that like a book. Caden Williams throws it and intercepted. It looks like there's a penalty flag on the play. We'll see what the refs say. But great job by El Camino, just sitting out there in the zone, reading the quarterback's eyes, cutting underneath, and making the interception. Equalizing this ball game is an extra point, unless this penalty is against El Camino before the interception.
Touchdown. During the play, sideline interference on the El Camino team.
Looks like so it'll be sideline interference enforced on El Camino's team. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. And this actually happened a few weeks ago for the Nighthawks against Rancho Bernardo. And the ensuing kickoff was a kickoff return for a touchdown by, I believe, Chase Juergens or Grant Goldman. I believe it was Chase Juergens on the return, or Riley Faroki might have returned it. But it looks like for now it's a defensive touchdown, or not just for now, it is a defensive touchdown. So it'll be about a 54-yard interception return for a touchdown for number 31. Jono Navarez, the sophomore linebacker, making a huge splash here on the road in Nighthawk Stadium. You saw the wheels on him, and Cruz Barnett with a great effort to try to hawk him down, but couldn't quite tackle him before he entered into the end zone. And it looks like they're going to kick the extra point here as they get their kicker out on the field, number 47, Adam Spencer. Snap, hold, kick is good. Blake Drucker again for the snap. And this game is equalized. It is 14-14 with 4 minutes and 37 seconds here in the third quarter. Each team coming out in the second half with defensive touchdowns, something that we didn't really see coming, were defensive touchdowns for each one of these football clubs. And we have a ball game here tonight out here in Del Sur 4S Ranch area. An Avocado League game. We have an Avocado West team versus an Avocado East team battling to get a win here Both of these teams are thirsty for a win, as each team in the last 4 weeks has added up to 7 losses for between the two teams. So neither of these teams have won here this month. And so you know they're looking to close out this part of the season with a win. So we have our hands full tonight with a ball game between the El Camino Wildcats and the Del Norte Nighthawks, of course. And remember, the penalty backs this kickoff to the 25-yard line. Sideline interference penalty, a squib kick up the middle. Detroit Taylor recovers the ball around midfield, and he'll take it just past
the 47-yard line by number 18.
The 45-yard line. So just about the 43-yard line. So the Nighthawks will start with great field position.
They gain 9 yards on the return.
9 yards on the return.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Nighthawks.
It'll be first down and 10 on the 44-yard line.
Ball on the Wildcats. 44-yard line.
Theo Anderson in at right tackle, along with Yusuf Adan Bangduji, the freshman right guard. Handoff to Maddox Romans from the shotgun. Dances around, bounces it to the left for a short gain.
Maddox Romans. No gain on the play.
Or no gain on the play, for that matter.
The tackle made by number 7, Malachi Misa.
Malachi Nisa, number 7,
Second down
Misa,
and 10
on the tackle.
for the Nighthawks.
It'll be second down and 10 for the Nighthawks. Brody Junt coming off the field. Trips out to the left. Single back. 4 wide receivers set. Ryland Battle in motion. He's at the bottom of your screen. Drops back to pass. Caden Williams throws out to the flat, and nobody's home. And Riley Faroki's a little frustrated here, as maybe a little miscommunication between routes. We're lucky that wasn't intercepted. It'll be third and 10
Third down for Del Norte.
for Del Norte. I formation. Ryland Battle in the backfield. Empty set. Caden Williams drops back to pass. Going out to his left, throws off his back foot to Riley Faroki. They find him in the middle of the field, and he is tackled and wrangled down for the first down for the Nighthawks. So a little bit of makeshift scramble. Caden Williams keeping his eyes downfield, finding Riley Faroki in the middle of the field for the first down. Riley Faroki doing the rest. It looks like we have a Wildcat down right now. As he gets attended to, we'll take this time to thank all of the parents and sponsors and the people that make this happen here tonight. We have a great PA group up here, statisticians. We have scoreboard managers, game clock managers. I want to give a big shout out to the Nighthawk family up here in the booth. for everybody making this operation happen, from our referees to our sideline officials to our chain gang, right? We don't give enough shout out to those people, and our athletic trainers as well, attending to these athletes, showing up to practice every day. So I want to thank everybody for making it happen here for everybody to enjoy. And again, thank you for tuning in if you're with us here tonight. It is into the third quarter. It's 2 minutes and 58 seconds, 14-14. We've got a ball game here, folks. Get your popcorn ready.
Fourth down and 1 yard to go.
It's 4th down and 1, and Coach Barnett is lining up to go for it. I formation. Brody Junt at fullback. Maddox Romans in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. Maddox Romans, and he gets the first down just barely. Maddox Romans. The Wildcats are calling it off as if it wasn't a first down, but let me tell you, I believe that is a first down, so we're going to move the chains here as soon as they spot the football. Sebastian Galvan coming off the field, Brody Chun as well.
First down. This first down is powered by Beyond Ordinary
This
Solutions.
offensive line we got to give a lot of credit to tonight. Nighthawks have been running the football really well, moving the ball. It starts up front, and you get good protection, good running lanes. Shout out to this offensive line. 5 wide receivers set. Empty backfield. Maddox Romans motions into the backfield. Handoff up the middle. And he is wrestled down by number 14, Tyson Rodriguez. Or Anthony Castillo, number 70, excuse me. I can't really see their numbers very well with those white jerseys and yellow numbers. Anthony Castillo with the tackle. Loss of a couple. It'll be second down and long. Second and a long 12 for the Nighthawks.
Ball of the Wildcats, 35-yard line.
You know, I think there's a bit of a mismatch for the Nighthawks in favor of them with their weapons on offense, with their receiving core. Love to see them take advantage of that in the back end of this defense. See some big-bodied wide receivers, Cruz Barnett, Detroit Taylor, Ryland Battle, all with length, speed, and athleticism. See if we can take advantage. Cruz Barnett in motion. Caden Williams looks to his left, scans the defense, throws downfield, and it is caught by Detroit Taylor down the field inside the 15-yard line. Just as I was talking about, taking advantage of the height and athleticism of these wide receivers, is Caden Williams throws a beautiful pass downfield to Detroit Taylor for a huge gain on second and long, and the Nighthawks are in the red zone cooking. Great pitch and catch. Just Detroit Taylor prances down the field for the jump, almost a jump ball, and beautiful time route, beautiful time throw. The Nighthawks have 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Cruz Barnett in motion. Caden Williams hands it off underneath to Maddox Romans. He runs up the middle for a few-yard gain.
Ball handed off to Maddox Romans.
And it'll be second down and medium for the Nighthawks. And you love that motion and misdirection. I mean, those two concepts with the personnel groupings as well, they keep this defense on their heels, and they don't know exactly where the ball's going. So you can see them mixing it up, always doing something pre-snap, not being stagnant, and mixing up this offense. It's a very professionally run offense. Chase Jurgens in the game, number 1. Brody Junt in the backfield. Got Jurgens in motion, fly sweep. You've seen this earlier in the game. He cuts it up the field, and he is tackled for a short gain just inside the 10-yard line. We saw that earlier in the game. Chase Jurgens coming in motion for a fly sweep. So it'll be 3rd down in about 5.
It'll be 3rd down.
5, a long 5. And the opportunity to get a first down in the red zone is huge. So it looks like they're going to call timeout and call this and think this over. So we've seen some electric plays here for the Nighthawks as they get in the red zone once again. They've had early in the ball game, they had a trip in the red zone and a missed field goal for the Nighthawks earlier in the first half.
You're always getting their best at Border Bro.
And looks like it's going to be the end of the third quarter, so nobody called timeout. I just can't see the scoreboard from where I am. So it'll be the end of the third quarter. We entered into the fourth quarter with 12 minutes left to play on the play clock. It is all tied up 14-14. It is 3rd down and 6 for the Nighthawks with an opportunity to get a first down in the red zone. As we get late here in this ball game, we got a tough one. So the Nighthawks flip the field as we start the fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go in this ball game to determine who is the winner, unless we go to overtime. So with single back set, 4 wide receivers out on the field. Faroki in motion. Katie Williams takes the snap, looks downfield, makes the throw, and it is intercepted by El Camino. Throwing into double coverage is Kaden Williams, hoping Faroki can come up with it. But it is intercepted by El Camino. Number 3, Elijah Randall, the senior defensive back for the El Camino Wildcats, makes a play in the end zone. And another missed red zone opportunity for the Nighthawks. So the El Camino Wildcats will take over on their own 20-yard line. Let's see what they do if they come out running the football like they did last drive. That's really frustrating as a Nighthawk because they moved the ball so well tonight. And on that drive,
First down and 10 for the Wildcats.
it really kind of deflates the team. But if you're the Nighthawks, you just got to rally here. They're going to challenge you up front. They're just going to run the football like they did last drive until you stop it. Hand off to the left-hand side. Anthony Sega is tackled for a short gain.
The ball handed off to number 4, Anthony Sega.
And it'll be 2nd down and long for the Wildcats. And you see, all they're doing, they're just literally huddling up a few yards off the ball. They're just run right, run left. I mean, that's pretty much the play call, and they're looking over to the sideline. And look, there's really not much to call. You just get set. Hand off to the right-hand side now, and Anthony Sega cuts up the field for a short gain. So good job by the Nighthawks, closing off those running lanes, being physical up front, forcing a 3rd and long, or 3rd and medium. See if they actually mix it up here.
Again, 2 yards on the play.
But I don't think they trust their shotgun snap, and they might not have a lot of plays outside of this formation under center. So that's probably why you're seeing this formation run every single play. Hand off to the left. And fools the defense, and he's going down the sideline, past the 40, to the 35, to the 30, down to the 20, and he's tackled inside the 20-yard line. Is number 31, Jono Navarez. It was a fake handoff to the right, underneath handoff to the left. They lost contain, and all he had to do was beat 1 or 2 guys, and he was off to the races. Huge gain on 3rd down, and that's got to be frustrating for the defense because you played so well on 1st and 2nd down, and it's hard to find who has the football back there, but you got to stay disciplined on those gaps and keep contained because you never know. They're always trying to get to the edge, and you never know when they're going to just hand it off underneath and fake everybody. Except me, I wasn't faked. I mean, I saw that ball handed off, but, I mean, it's tough. I won't say but me, but it's tough to see. Hand off to the right-hand side. Anthony Sega bounces out to the right, and great tackle by the flock of Nighthawks. Number 32, Trice Gingrich, and Aaron Judas as well in the tackle. So it'll be second down and long. It's the same exact situation that we saw about 60 yards ago.
For the Wildcats.
Hand off to the left-hand side is Sega. Cuts it up the field, and he falls forward for a few more yards. And again, El Camino has a chance to get a first down in the red zone here. Chase Jurgens with the tackle. So it'll be about 3rd and 5. Gain of 3. It's 3rd down. And they're in the red zone. And this game is all tied up. I mean, at this point, they're just figuring out who to hand the ball to from the sideline. Wasserman under center. He hands off to the right-hand side. It is Anthony Sega up the middle, falling forward. Looks like he's tackled just short of the first down marker, right around the 3-yard line. It'll be 4th down in inches. Ball's placed on the 2. So it'll be 4th down and 1 as they get up to the line of scrimmage. Gavin Wasserman takes a snap, tush push up the middle, and it looks like he got enough for a first down as he submarines for a first down. Both of these teams battling really tough tonight. Let's see where they spot the football, because this will be a huge turning point in the game. Both teams are pointing. It'll be first down, Nighthawks! Huge 4th down stand! Make some noise for your Nighthawks. Both teams were pointing towards each other, saying they got the first down or saying they stopped them, and the referees spot the ball. And it'll be 1st and 10 Nighthawk football. That's a great victory right there. Huge victory. Turnover on downs, but now they're back inside the 5-yard line at the 2. And if you remember, in the beginning of this ball game, the Nighthawks started their first drive inside the 5-yard line, and they've marched down 90 plus yards down the field, almost 90 yards in that first drive, and they missed a field goal. And so they've driven the length of the field to get into the opposite end of the field. So they've done it once, and they can do it again. Nighthawks backed up in their own territory. Jurgens out at the top of the screen. Maddox Romans in backfield. Pitch out to Romans in his own end zone. Gets the edge, cuts up field, makes a man miss. Maddox Romans breaks free, and he is tackled out on the sideline, just past the 40-yard line. Maddox Romans with a huge run. Pushed out of bounds by number 25, Jay Chase, excuse me, for El Camino. Great run by Maddox Romans. It was just a pitch sweep, a pitch out to the right-hand side. Brody Junt to lead the way. Gets a few key blocks on the edge. Maddox Romans makes 1 or 2 men miss, cuts up the field for a huge explosive play of a gain of about 39 yards. Trips out to the left. Caden Williams back to take the snap. Drops back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Makes a man miss. Falls forward for a few yards. And the referees are saying he's down, I believe, because he lost the football. You got to tuck that ball away when you're running. Caden Williams maneuvering in the pocket, getting a few yard gain. So it'll be 2nd down and a long 6 or 6 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Nighthawks. 7 minutes and 38 seconds and counting. It is 14-14 midway through the 4th quarter. We've had an exciting turn of events here in the second half. It's been a defensive battle with a lot of yards on offense. Quite the interesting game. Not how either team probably drew it up, but Detroit Taylor in the slot. Brody Junt in motion. Not Maddox Romans, actually. I believe that's Caden Witten in the backfield.
35, Chase Rattray.
Oh, Chase Rattray, excuse me, with the handoff. Sophomore.
Gain of a yard on the play.
Gain of 1 yard.
Be 3rd down and 5.
Be 3rd and 5. Alex Rubio coming off the field. Ryland Battle and Cruz Barnett coming in. Caden Williams taking the play call from coach on the sideline. Excellent field position for the Nighthawks. And I definitely could see them going for it on 4th down if they don't get this. Detroit Taylor in the slot. Ryland Battle at the bottom of your screen. It's a twin wide receiver set. Cruz Barnett in motion. Caden Williams takes the snap. Quick pass out to the right-hand side. Riley Faroki tiptoes on the sideline for a 1st down and more. Great play call. Motioning Cruz Barnett down to the left side. Trips out to the bottom of the screen. You have one-on-one coverage on Riley Faroki. We saw him have an excellent game against Rancho Bernardo last time we were playing on this field. Sebastian Galvan comes on the field for Theo Anderson. But Riley Faroki doing a great job on one-on-one coverage. And great pass by Caden Williams. Just throwing it to the back shoulder. He gives him time to make a play. Not too hard of a pass. Great pitch and catch for the 1st down. Beautifully executed by the Nighthawks. Rattray back in the backfield. Brody Junt at fullback. I formation. 22 personnel. Fake handoff to Rattray. Wide receiver pass out to the right-hand side. Cruz Barnett. Ooh, takes a late hit.
Pass is complete to number 2, Cruz Barnett.
Good job hanging on to the football. Penalty flag. This is going to be against El Camino. Well, great job by Cruz Barnett catching the ball, tiptoeing on the sideline, gaining some extra yards. This is going to be probably another 15 yards tacked on top of it. You definitely don't want to do that in a close game late in the 4th quarter, halfway through officially. 6 minutes and 1 second. Almost halfway through if you're being exact. Great job by Cruz Barnett. They're finding ways to get him the football. He had a big catch on a 4th down conversion in the 1st half, and you saw him catch another ball there, getting him the ball in space. So a young bunch, young group of sophomores. Chase Rattray, you have Brody Junt, you've got Cruz Barnett. Just to name a few of these young sophomores contributing here on varsity. Theo Anderson as well, another sophomore playing on the offensive line, number 74. And we even have a freshman on the offensive line as well starting. Yusuf Adan Bagdugi, the freshman nose guard and guard on both sides of the ball. So a lot of young talent for this Nighthawk football team. Jackson Ayun as well, junior, contributing on the offensive line, number 75 at left tackle. Caden Williams looking over to the sideline. Detroit Taylor in the slot. Hand off to Rattray up the middle. He gains a few yards and he's brought back.
Handed off to number 25, Chase Rattray.
Jadion Samuels looking for a hand to get up. So a lot of young players, like I mentioned, on this team. Ryland Battle, another young guy on this team as well. See contributing. These players are just going through some growing pains this year for the Nighthawks. But I wouldn't say they're growing pains now. I mean, I know they've lost the last 3 games, but these guys have really developed. You got to give hats off to the coaching staff. Again, I give them a lot of credit. I mean, they're working with what they got, but these guys have really blossomed and developed. Alex Rubio, another young guy as well, contributing to this football team. Just a junior, so we've got a lot of sophomores and juniors playing on varsity right now. And this coaching staff has really developed these players. Empty set, 5 wide receivers. Flag on the play. Looks like we might have a delay of game here, or timeout, excuse me. So timeout was called right before the delay of game. So again, back to my point, guys, it's that, this Nighthawk football team, I mean, they're going through some growing pains, and it kind of reminds me of when La Costa Canyon a few years ago, they had a really course, their 2026 class, their senior class now, a few years ago was all sophomores, and they were taking their lumps, right? I mean, those sophomores were playing on varsity you're asking, maybe 14, 15-year-old kids playing against 17, 18-year-old kids. There's a pretty big gap between a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old. And so, when you get these young guys, right, these sophomores and juniors contributing, I mean, they're young, they're growing, they're just learning. I mean, they're developing. And this coaching staff is doing an excellent job putting them in position, teaching them the offense, spreading out the team, running different formations and personnel groupings, getting guys in motion and getting misdirection called. I mean, they're really instilling high-level football in these football players, and you can see them get better throughout the season, right? I mean, when I was up here in week 1 against Point Loma, I mean, it was a rough game to watch. I'm not going to lie, Nighthawk Nation, that was a tough game for me to call, and I admitted that earlier this year. But now, watching this offense, is how proficient they are and how much they've grown, it's really a sight to see. Hats off to this coaching staff. Caden Williams, empty set, 4 wide receivers in the bottom of your screen. Faroki at the top of your screen. Caden Williams throws over the middle to Cruz Barnett. Great job recognizing the zone. And when you're not really matched up very well athletically on the defense, you play a lot of zone coverage, and there's soft spots in that zone, right? I mean, and the quarterback and the receivers have to be on the same page of, one, recognizing zone coverage, understanding the leverage the defense is playing with you. Is the defender lined up inside or outside of you, and just being able to sit in that zone and be in rhythm and timing with the footwork of the quarterback and the length of the route run by the receiver. So just a great job being on the same page, understanding that pre-snap they're looking at these things, right? And this is high-level, next-level offense. This is a college or pro-style offense that they're running here for the Nighthawks, because you have pro coaches. You have Legadou Nane, wide receiver coach, played for the Boise State Broncos as well as time with the Chargers in the NFL. You have Nick Barnett, 10-year NFL veteran, Super Bowl champion for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, you have a lot of NFL experience on this coaching staff. Aaron Wallace as well, linebacker and special teamer in the NFL on the defensive side of the ball. So, it's not even just the offense, it's the defense as well. The defense that they run is pretty next level. So, again, these players are starting to understand this offense. They're starting to understand, the depths of the routes that need to be run and the timing of the routes that need to be run. They're doing a great job just grasping these concepts. And as we see an El Camino player hobbling off the field, we hope he's okay. I'm not sure quite who it is. I can't really see the number, so I apologize for Wildcat Nation watching this game right now. I can't see who it is hobbling, but we hope he's okay. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Nighthawks. Detroit Taylor in the slot. Ryland Battle at the bottom of your screen. Cruz Barnett as well. Tight to the formation. Chase Rattray in the backfield. Riley Faroki, top of your screen. Cruz Barnett in motion. Caden Williams looks down the field. He throws it up in the air, and there is nobody home. Hoping for Detroit Taylor.
Detroit Taylor is incomplete.
And thankfully that wasn't picked off, just because he's throwing it up into the middle of the field and no one was really there. So, all the motion I talk about pre-snap, I mean, I mentioned that because what they're doing is it helps the coaching staff and the quarterback and really the receivers and everybody understand how they're playing, how the defense is playing the offense. Because if you run a man in motion and then no one goes with the motion guy, they're running his own defense, right? And they're not playing man. So that helps the coaching staff understand how they're playing them. So that was a 3rd down play. Theo Anderson coming on the field late. Field goal try for Mateo Orozco to try to take the lead. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. Mateo Orozco. Orozco through the pipes. Oh, no good. I'm so sorry. No good? Wow, that was an optical illusion for me. I'm so sorry, Nighthawk Nation. I thought I saw that go through. That looked like it was through too. I mean, wow, okay, well, we have a tie ball game still with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in this ball game here in the 4th quarter. I'll try to keep you guys apprised on not only the score but the time left here in the 4th. So it's 4 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the 4th quarter, and El Camino will take over. That's the 2nd missed field goal for Mateo Orozco tonight. And again, El Camino lining up in this I like to call it a bear formation. I mean, they're just lining up. Power, offset eye. I mean, I'm not really sure what to call it, but it's just a power run formation. And they've thrown the ball once, I think, in this entire second half. Hand off to the left-hand side. Anthony Sega. Is he churning and burning here, staying on his feet? So if you're the Nighthawks right now, you just cannot give up contain, and you have to understand that they're going to do some misdirection underneath. We've seen a few huge runs for El Camino with number 31, Jono Navarez. Hand off to the left-hand side. Anthony Sega takes the handoff, and he's tackled on second down for maybe a gain of a few. So, again, back to what I was saying, you just have to stay disciplined and keep contained, because you know that's what they're trying to do. Now it's third down and 5, and looks like they're bringing out their NASCAR package. They got all their receivers back on the field. Brody Junt sprinting off the field as well. So it's a 3-4 defense for the Nighthawks. They got 2 deep safeties. Cruz Barnett back at safety as well. Shotgun formation, empty set. Gavin Wasserman looks down the field. He throws over the middle, and it is caught! It is caught by number 6. Or Omega Cruz, I believe.
Number 13.
Number 13, Mile Willingham, the junior. Sorry, I can't see these numbers on these players. There's a glare from their jerseys. But Gavin Wasserman, beautiful throw up the seam, almost intercepted. Back to the bear formation. Hand off to the right-hand side. Anthony Sega gets tackled in the backfield by a flock of Nighthawks, led by Noah Harris and company. Jadion Samuels as well, controlling the line of scrimmage. Great job by the Nighthawks.
A loss of a yard on the play.
And it's good to see number 51 back in the game for the Nighthawks, Jacob Zirolf. We saw him get banged up earlier in the game. Sebastian Galvan at the nose. Jadion Samuels on the right end. Jacob Zirolf on the left end. 3-4 formation, empty set for the defense. Gavin Wasserman looks back, looks to his left, rolls to his right, evading defenders, looks downfield, and he runs towards midfield for a few-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 8 for 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 for El Camino. We'll get a few substitutions here for El Camino. Gavin Wasserman looking out to the left as well as these receivers, trying to get the play call. We got 3 wide receivers out to the left. Marquez Beans out in the slot in the bottom of the screen. Gavin Wasserman takes the snap, looks to his left, scanning, looks downfield, throws over the middle, and it is intercepted by Cruz Barnett! Tipped pass, intercepted by Cruz Barnett, his second of the night. Great defensive play to be there. Just lurking in the safety position. Great job on the back end by the defense. Dropping back in coverage, nobody really open, forcing a throw in the middle of the field. It is tipped and caught by Cruz Barnett, the sophomore, coming up huge for the Nighthawks. And the Nighthawks will take over on the 33-yard line, excuse me. Their own 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Nighthawks. Huge play late here in the 4th quarter with 1:37 left to go. And they're getting their personnel bunching in. Alex Rubio jogging to the huddle. Caden Williams, this is his time to command the offense. Drive down. Detroit Taylor in the slot. Faroki in the bottom of your screen with man coverage. No safety over the top. Rubio in motion. Caden Williams looks left, throws over the middle, and it is caught by Detroit Taylor. But passes behind him. and he catches it for a short gain. Great job by Detroit Taylor on the grab. They're doing a hurry-up offense, no huddle. Caden Williams back in the shotgun formation, 4 wide receiver set. Looks to his left, looks to his right, throws, and it is caught by Alex Rubio for the first down. Great job by the junior wide receiver as he hustles back to the line of scrimmage. First down, Nighthawks. Caden Williams back in the shotgun formation. Alex Rubio in the flat. Wide receiver screen by Faroki. Catches the ball. He goes upfield, and he is evading defenders, and he is tackled near the 40-yard line. Great play. You motion Alex Rubio across the formation. He goes into the flat for the wide receiver screen. We've seen them run that numerous times here tonight. Blocking the corner that was guarding Riley Faroki. Lucky to get that pass over the line of scrimmage for a first down. Nighthawks are driving. Trips to the right. Caden Williams back to pass. Looks to his left. Throws downfield. 1-on-1 to Faroki. No flag thrown. That looked like a grab on the shoulder if I've ever seen one. Holy smokes. I mean, I don't even know how Coach Barnett's keeping his cool right now, because if I was in his position, I'd be going irate over that no call there. I mean, he's really getting dragged by the shoulder, but no flag. Can't pout on it now. Ball is on the 40-yard line of El Camino. It's 46 seconds left, 14-14. Second down and 10, Nighthawks driving. Detroit Taylor in the slot to the right, trips to the right. Grant Goldman at the bottom of your screen. Motion Alex Rubio out to outside the formation. Caden Williams, handoff up the middle to number 7, tackled for loss. Caden Whitten, senior running back. They rush back to the line of scrimmage. The 3rd and long for the Nighthawks. Signaling go ball. Look for them to roll out to the right, just deep down the field. Detroit Taylor looking back at his quarterback. Caden Williams throws down the field, and it is caught by Chase Jurgens. Number 1, Chase Jurgens, 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 11 seconds. It'll be 4th down. You got to line up for a shot at the end zone. It's timeout by the Nighthawks. 7 seconds left. It's 4th down and about 3 yards. And these situations get practice all the time, right? And this might be a field goal shot. And if you're the Nighthawks right now, although Mateo Orozco has missed a few kicks tonight, but he is an exceptional field goal kicker. And I could have sworn that kick before went in, but I don't know how that didn't from my point of view. But anyways, that's in the past. Right now, if you're the Nighthawks, it is 4th down and about a long 2, okay? The ball is placed on the 32-yard line, and it looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Mateo Orozco is on the field. This is going to be, so what you do is you add really 17 to 32, and if I'm a math wizard here, it's about a 49-yard field goal for Mateo Orozco on the right hash. This game is going to come down to a field goal by Mateo Orozco. He has missed 2 kicks tonight already. But this is the value you have. This is the trust and the faith that you have in your kicker. As good as he is, Mateo Orozco back to kick. And it is a timeout called by El Camino, trying to ice Mateo Orozco here at home in league play. Both teams 0-1 in league. Or coming up, well, at least El Camino is. I'm not sure if Del Norte is. Is Del Norte 0-1 in league right now? I'm trying to get confirmation on their league schedule, and I should know this, but regardless, it is 2 Avocado League teams looking to get their first win of the month in a tough battled game. We've seen defensive touchdowns by both teams. Interception return for a touchdown for El Camino. Sack fumble recovery by Noah Harris for a touchdown for Del Norte. We have seen a few missed field goals by Mateo Orozco, and he's going to get an opportunity here right now with 16 seconds left on the clock. I thought there was only 7. Looks like they put some time back on the clock. Mateo Orozco for a 49-yard field goal here on the right hash in the nest. Tane Brogdon to snap. Grant Goldman to hold. Snap is down, hold is good, and the kick is no good. Just to the right. So his third miss of the night. It's still a tie ball game, 11 seconds left in regulation. It has been a hard-fought game. We've seen interceptions from both quarterbacks here tonight. We've seen fumbles for touchdowns scored by the Nighthawks. We've seen beautifully executed offense by Del Norte. And I don't have the stats in front of me, but many, many yards were gained by this Del Norte Nighthawk offense, coming up with only 14 points. We've seen pretty much in the second half, El Camino coming out in their bear formation, running the ball pretty well here. And now there's 11 seconds left. Gavin Wasserman back at quarterback, 4 wide receivers set. 2 deep safeties for the Nighthawks. Bringing pressure from Noah Harris on the right side. Wasserman down the middle of the field, incomplete as he scrambles to his right. Feeling pressure from his left, brought by the Del Norte Nighthawk linebacker Noah Harris. Forcing an incomplete pass with 5 seconds left. It'll be second down and long. So they got Detroit Taylor in on defense right now, near the line of scrimmage, looking like he's going to be playing defensive end. They've got Cruz Barnett back there, Chase Rattray. They have number 32, Trace Gindrich back deep. Wasserman fumbles the snap. Rolls out to his right, looking downfield, throwing downfield, and it is incomplete. This game will go to overtime. Probably hoping for a pass interference call. That pass was intended for number 9, Omega Cruz. He's listed as number 11 on my roster, which is probably why I haven't called his name as much as I should have. Omega Cruz, the intended receiver, the junior wide receiver with 620 receiving yards on the season, 45 receptions and 4 touchdowns. We have yet to call his name much here tonight, outside of a few big plays. He averages 77.5 passing yards, so credit to the Del Norte defense bottling him up tonight. But nonetheless, in about 3 minutes, or 2 minutes and 50 seconds, there will be an overtime for both of these teams, of course, 14-14. In high school overtime, if I have it correct, will start on the 25-yard line, a possession for each team. And so this is the moment, Nighthawk Nation, where you dig deep down. You've played 4 quarters. You've battled it out, right? You've run the ball effectively. You've moved the ball on offense. You've scored on defense. You're tired. This summer conditioning, the long practices, the weight room lifts, grinding it out right now. This is where you dig deep and you find a way to win this football game. We've seen the Nighthawks in years past. Rancho Bernardo, 2023, 4 overtime game with the likes of Jack Schneider. You saw Tyler Becker, Ashton Tomlinson, Ty Olson. You saw Ryan Remigio. Some of these names of these Nighthawk legends on this field that have sacrificed and given it all for this football team, winning close games for the Nighthawks here in Nighthawk Stadium. And again, we are here in league play, overtime game for the El Camino Wildcats and the Del Norte Nighthawks. This is what it's all about. This is what high school football is about. And this is the moments you seize, that you capture, that you train for. You grow up wanting moments like this. This is the game of the year almost for these two teams, and they've battled so hard here tonight. And I got to give a lot of credit, and I've already done it, but I'm going to give more. And you probably are all sick of hearing me. Maybe I'm on mute right now for most of you, but I hope not. But you got to give credit to this Nighthawk coaching staff. I mean, what they've done here tonight, from the beginning of the season of Point Loma to the right now, end of October, this is 2 completely different football clubs, and they were firing pretty well against Rancho Bernardo as well. getting these boys right on offense. But what we've seen on offense here tonight, regardless of the amount of points put on the board and regardless of really the outcome that's put. Oh, Gio Limon is actually out of his pads right now. Looks like he has a broken wrist. I had no idea. Hyping his boys up, trying to get his guys ready to play is Gio Limon, number 10, on the sidelines. But back to my point is that this coaching staff has done an incredible job with these players, getting them understanding the offense, knowing the plays, in time, on point, in rhythm. Caden Williams, great footwork, good throwing motion, getting the ball to multiple playmakers here tonight, and that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take for the Nighthawks to win. They've had some red zone woes here tonight. This is probably why we're in overtime, because the Nighthawks have probably had about 5 or 6 trips to the red zone with only 14 points. And again, good red zone defense, or is it just bad red zone offense? And maybe a little bit of both. But right now, it looks like the El Camino Wildcats will start with the football on the 25-yard line. They have 4 plays. They have 1 opportunity to get a first down. So we're going to start overtime in the west, near the west end zone. Then Gavin Wasserman will try to lead this team to a road victory. Their first one, they're hoping for their first win in league play for El Camino. See, they come out in this bear formation again. Sega in the backfield. Oh, fumble! Gavin Wasserman fumbles the snap! And it is recovered. Looks like the Nighthawks are saying they have it, and they do! The Nighthawks have it! They fumble the opening snap of overtime. That is huge for the Nighthawks, and Brody Junt is electric on the sideline. What a game he's had, playing on both sides of the ball. Number 34, Brody Junt, one of those sophomore players I'm mentioning, one of the strongest players on this team, pound for pound, is Brody Junt. He's excited, he's hyped up, he's ran to the sideline thinking he was off the field, but he's back on offense now. So give credit to this Nighthawk team taking advantage of it. Again, a turnover by El Camino. And now all the Nighthawks have to do is just score points on this drive, and this game is over. It'll be first down and 10 on the 25-yard line for the Nighthawks. Chase Jurgens in the slot. Grant Goldman on the bottom of your screen. Brody Junt in the backfield. Rattray in the backfield as well. Handoff, fake handoff. Caden Williams throws the ball slant over the middle to Jurgens. Beautifully thrown ball by Caden Williams. On time, in rhythm. That ball is put only where his receiver can get it, in traffic. Great pitch and catch for the 5-yard gain, or 6-yard gain, excuse me. It'll be second down and 4 for the Nighthawks. Gotta love to see that offense right there. I mean, that's, again, next level stuff, doing slants over the middle from the slot. Grant Goldman in the bottom of your screen. Same formation that came out with last play. Offset I formation. Caden Williams takes the snap, handoff underneath the Rattray. He runs up the middle, a little shake and bake. He gains a couple yards.
Ball handed off to number 25, Chase Rattray.
Chase Rattray on second down.
Tackle made by number 51, Shea Gabaldi.
Tackle made by number 51. Shea Gibaldi, the junior defensive end, 6 foot 195 for El Camino. It'll be third and short for the Nighthawks. Chase Jurgens at the top of your screen, Rattray in the backfield. I'm not sure if Maddox Romans got hurt, but Brody Junt in the I formation. 22 personnel. 2 running backs, 2 tight ends. Jurgens in motion. Fake handoff. Caden Williams drops back to pass. Rolls to his left, looking downfield. Shakes and bakes. Runs down the sideline. Runs out of bounds. I believe for the first down. Great job by Caden Williams for a 4-yard gain, and we have a cramp on El Camino. Sebastian Galvan helping out the cramper on the field. So it'll be a short break injury timeout here, but again, great job by Caden Williams. They came out in 22 personnel, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, play action. Juergens motion down the side. Looks like he's going out to the short side of the field. Couldn't find anyone open. El Camino had that covered beautifully, wasn't fooled at all. And Caden Williams shows how special he is as an athlete, making a few defenders miss, getting enough for the first down, and protecting the football. And when you're in the red zone especially, and you should always protect the football as a quarterback, but when you're in the red zone especially, you need to protect the ball. And in this case, this is a game-winning opportunity for the Nighthawks. You protect the ball, live to play another down, fresh set of downs for the Nighthawks, and they're well within field goal range for Mateo Orozco. So number 7 walks off on his own power for El Camino. Malachi Misa, he's had a few tackles here tonight. Had a tough game for him. He's in a good way. I mean, tough fought game for Malachi Misa. Played really well here tonight on the road. So calf cramp, I can't say I haven't had that myself. In high school, I had one up in Julian. Yikes, that was tough. Giving me nightmares thinking about it. So it'll be the first down and 10 for the Nighthawks. Jackson Ayun at left tackle. Hudson left guard. Excuse me. Cruz Barnett at tight end on the bottom of your screen. Brody Junt in the backfield. Chase Juergens in motion. Sending him back in motion out to the top of your screen. Pitch out to the left. Chase Rattray cuts up the field and gets tackled right around the 6 or 7 yard line.
Again, 5 yards on the play.
Led by Brody Junt and Cruz Barnett. The sophomore trifecta. Cruz Barnett, Brody Junt, and Chase Rattray. Bright future here for the Nighthawks, playing on varsity in a overtime game here at home.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
The ball's on the 7-yard line. Riley Faroki comes in. Chase Juergens comes out. And I believe Maddox Romans may be injured because he's not in the game right now. Or hasn't been for quite some time. I formation. 22 personnel. Hand off to the Chase Rattray on the left. He's tackled just around the 6-yard line for about no gain.
25, Chase Rattray.
So it'll be third down or a few yard gain.
51,
Shea Gibaldi with the tackle. It'll be third down and about 3, a long 3, gain of 2 yards. The ball is about on the 5-yard line. First down is at about the 2 or the 3. Sorry, it's hard to see from here. I appreciate you guys bearing with me.
For the Nighthawks.
It'll be third down and 2 or 3. 2. Sorry. Be third down and a long 2. They got trips out to the right. Faroki on the bottom of your screen in man coverage. Chase Rattray in the backfield. Cruz Barnett in motion. Handoff up the middle, Chase Rattray, and he is tackled in the backfield.
Ball handed off again to number 25, Chase Rattray.
So it'll be fourth down in about 3 yards. And it looks like they're going to go for a field goal here. Mateo Orozco for the what seems to be at the moment a chip shot field goal from the left hash on the 7-yard line. This is for the game. Tane Brogdon to snap, Grant Goldman to hold. Noah Harris on the wing. Mateo Orozco, and there's going to be a timeout called by El Camino to try to ice him again. So it all comes down to this, and I'll say this, as a former specialist myself, I was a long snapper in high school, college, and professional football, and I can tell you, when it's not your night, and this is, to say the least, probably hasn't been Mateo Orozco's night, you have to have a short memory. What I mean by that is what's happened in the past is in the past, right? And all good specialists, they adjust. And they are mentally tough and they're mentally strong. And this is a chip shot field goal for the game winner. And I know Mateo Orozco is an excellent kicker. He's a guy who I have spoken highly of all season. He's a Saturday kicker in my book. And I still think he is, even after his misses here tonight. But as a specialist, you have to lock in and focus and forget what you had previously, and you just play the next play. And he's lining up from the left hash for the game winner. Tane Brogdon a snap, Grant Goldman to hold. Snap, hold, and kick. And it is good! It is good! Mateo Orozco with the game winner in overtime. And that'll do it here at Nighthawk Stadium. A hard-fought game by two tough teams. Hats off to the Nighthawks coming up with the victory 17-14 here at Nighthawk Stadium at Del Norte High School. My name is Drew Ferris. It has been a pleasure being on with you here tonight. Thank you for bearing with me. It is a great, great time when the Nighthawks win. Hats off to this team. Hard-fought football game. They dug deep, and they made it happen. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Drew Ferris. That is it for us here at Nighthawk Stadium. And again, it is 17-14. Nighthawks take the win here in league play at home, breaking their 3-game losing streak. And El Camino going home with the loss, making it their 5th loss in a row for the Wildcats. Coach Hobbs and company had a hard-fought game, but the Nighthawks pull it off here at home. And Coach Barnett and company pull off the victory. Again, a ton of credit to this coaching staff, a ton of credit to these players, the training staff, everybody here in Nighthawk family. Thank you all for supporting us. Thank you all for being here, staying until the end. What a game here. Hats off to these players as well. The hard-fought football game. In high school football, it is so much passion and energy. And we want to give credit to everybody on the field here tonight, and hats off to both these clubs. But anyways, that'll do it here for us in the Nest and Nest TV, Del Norte High School, Nighthawk Stadium. As they jog over to the sidelines, they're hyped up, they're amped up. Brody Junt leading the way on both sides of the ball here tonight. These sophomores made it happen, as well as led by Caden Williams, quarterback for the Nighthawks. Great game all around by all these playmakers and guys on the line of scrimmage. So, again, proud of these Nighthawks, and we will get to see their chant at, their Nighthawk, what do you call it? Nighthawk what? Yeah, post-game chant here for the Nighthawks. So that'll do it here. Again, we get to see the Nighthawks celebrate a very well-earned victory as they advance to 4-5 on the season, an inch closer to 500. And that'll do it here for us here at Nest TV at Del Norte High School at Nighthawk Stadium. I'm Drew Ferris, and thank you all, and have a great night.